welcome to 540 Studio De Beyond Season 4. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Hope everyone is doing well out there. It's good to be here. We're going to talk about some stuff today, of course. We might not have Cash Money here, and we're also streaming on his channel also. So, Cash, come on, man. We're also going to talk about Andor. Come on, bro. And Kilted hopefully will show up, and Tom will hopefully show up at some point on it in this stream. But other than that, of course, we do have Mr. Prismatics here today. Hello, brother. How you doing, man?
Doing okay.
That's
That's
good.
it.
What have
I
you been
mean,
doing today?
nothing much really. I mean, I'm being busy with my, private
Yeah,
life, which is not
yeah,
being here online or anything like that. So
yeah, of course.
I'm kind of busy with that. But hey, I'm doing fine.
Yeah, just mostly be relaxing and stuff like that.
Mm, both yes and no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm getting really into exercising.
Well, that's
Oh.
good.
I
That's
mean,
good. No, exercising is good. It's really good.
yeah, and it's part of my journey into getting better since I kind of means dealing with health situation. So yeah,
Yeah, no, I
being
totally understand that. And
walking,
working
jogging,
out, and yes, that is
going
really
into a fitness
important.
center, lifting weights and stuff like that. So hey,
Yeah, no, it's really important to keep the
not
body in
it.
check.
Yeah, but I really need to do that. So that's what I've been busy with. So there's really nothing new from my part of the
Yeah, no,
world. But hey,
exactly.
other than that,
No,
I'm
no,
doing actually kind of okay.
you know, no,
Great.
no, I get you.
It's a
I'm
journey.
on a, yeah, I'm on a journey too now with, I am working on stopping smoking. So it's getting better and better. I do feel the changes in my body. That my body is craving a lot of nicotine because again, yeah, I've been smoking since I was 15. Like I don't recommend it for people. Don't start when you're 15 like I did. And don't smoke at all. It's not good for you. So no, I've been quitting smoking, working on that, but baby steps. It's getting better and better each day. Also started working out again, and it feels great to get back on, the working out and getting healthy again, get better again, and gonna get my old body back, more energy, and yeah. So it's a long journey here too with some health stuff, but it is for the better to keep the body is in check, keep your mind in check, and stuff like that. So I can understand that, Pris.
Hmm.
And then, of course, we do have our lazy fuck. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Baron.
Huh? What? Huh?
Do
Hi,
you know what
everybody.
exercising is?
No. Dipping my chip in dip. How's that sound? Yeah.
Well, that works too. That might be an
Mm-hmm.
exercise in your mind.
Yeah. I mean, because you're moving. You got to move your, pick up the chip, then go, and you got to put it in the
Yeah, no,
dip.
exactly.
Then you got to chew. You got to chew. I mean, all those are motions.
Yeah. But how you been doing, man? What have you been up to lately?
No, not too bad. Taking it easy, being a lazy bum, as you stated. Taking care of the animals. No, showing up here, showing up there, seeing who I can annoy, and I can do a good job of that.
Yeah. No, have you done any recently, new videos with the gaming stuff?
Monday, did you see that, man? I did one on
No,
Monday, man.
I've been busy, man. I've been working with so much, so I
Mm,
don't get to see everything, dude.
I'm hurt now. My feelings are hurt now. But yeah, I did put one out, and I hope to put one out next week too. Try to keep that
Yeah,
going.
then remember you can share the link in the chat if you want people to watch it.
Mm, yeah, no
That
problem.
is
I'm not
no
gonna do
problem.
that.
Yeah, just do that.
Yeah, I got wrench power. I think, right?
Yes, you do. You're part of the company, bro.
Hmm. Well, things got moved around, so you never know. You went
And
from
of
one service to another.
yeah, right. But that's good. That's good that you finally got, do a new video. I'm gonna check it out. Of course, I'm gonna check it out when I get the time. And
Hmm.
of course, we had someone who popped in not too late, so he's not too gay. So Tom, the Techno Sapien Geek, hey brother.
Whoa,
Oh,
it's not.
hello, hello. Oh, by the way, Baron, how about double dipping? The George Costanza. What was your opinion
Mm.
on that? I
I
double
guess it
dip.
doesn't bother me, but
No, same
uh,
here. Same here.
yeah. I
You know,
mean, I I know
I'm
people have a
sorry, but
problem with it. I don't, but
I don't. I never understood it. I mean, if the chip is there still more chip left, go back for more. That's what I say.
hmm yeah.
And one thing I see, how the fuck do you get like full screen in the bubble, Baron?
Oh, simple. What I did was, you have the virtual background. Well, I set that up as
Yes.
my virtual
Ah.
background and slid the camera closed.
Oh.
Hmm.
Mm. See,
Well, that
yeah.
looks nice, man. Damn.
Yeah. I think I think it brings out it
Chris?
highlights me the best.
Oops.
Chris, what are you doing?
Nothing.
I
Nothing.
think he's trying it. I'm doing the same thing, actually.
Well,
Yeah.
look at that. Like that looks great. That looks great.
You know. Oh,
That's a
hi.
good one.
Hmm.
But yeah, Tom, what have you been up to, man? And Tom, I also put it in the chat here, your newest video of you gaming, Days Gone.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's been a very hectic week. Family stuff. Sadly, I'm not looking for sympathy or anything, but my aunt passed last night. We've known for
Oh.
months that she was going to. She had
Mhm.
cancer, so it's actually good that the suffering is end, and she doesn't have to suffer anymore. Thank goodness. We're not going to bury her till spring though, because here in Canada everything's frozen, so we're going to cremate her
Hmm.
and just keep the ashes
Yeah.
away. But
Well, rest in peace.
she's not.
I'm gonna say, my condolences and
Yeah.
rest in peace, brother.
Yeah,
Hmm.
no, she's
Yeah.
in a
Still
better place,
condolences.
and
Yeah.
and what have you. But yeah, no, I just been trying to keep myself busy. Streaming. I'm sitting there
Mhm.
trying to do it on my PC, a 1660 Super. I'm like, it's not working. It's dying. I only allowed like 12 gigs of. Why don't I use a laptop? I got a brand new laptop last year for video editing. Let's try this. It's a 4060, 16 gigs of
Mhm.
RAM. I'm actually upping it to 64. It works perfect. No, it doesn't freeze, doesn't thing. Days Gone runs smoothly.
That's good.
My last recording, I forgot to reset the OBS settings to my PC one, so it's a little. I'm
Oh,
like, oh crap, because I forgot
yeah.
I'm using. So I've now worked that up to thing the quality. So the next video should be a lot better, more full screen and stuff. Because I'm still
Mhm.
tweaking it, because I've
That is
changed it,
OBS in a
but.
nutshell. You have to like get the right settings on OBS.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. But now the 4060, I should be able to upgrade and get high. That's an awesome picture. I gotta figure that out. But yeah, no, I'm sharing the world with Days Gone, especially with the release of the DLC or the upgrade, the remastered. It's just a DLC for
Yeah.
PC users. It's not a remastered. It's just
Mhm.
it's already going to be the same visuals for PC, so you're just getting a DLC for the PC version,
Yeah.
which I will be buying. And then hopefully, if it does
Of
good,
course you
then
are.
they're going to give a part two. There's a big rumor of if this does good, there'll be a part two. But I'm sharing the
Yeah.
story. I was emotional last night in the third video. I'm like, oh, this story's so good. I forgot it. I finished it 6 times, but it's just such a good story. So
Yeah, no,
yeah,
exactly.
I'm finally going to be doing 3 or 4 recordings. It's on old Let's Play. I can't really do stream yet with the settings I
Yeah,
got.
no,
I gotta get it
exactly.
up.
Yeah.
But Let's Plays are fine. They're 2 to 3 hours long. And then yeah, that's just finally getting around to it. And also
Yeah.
going to be doing
No,
more
no,
tech stuff.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
just
no,
keeping
exactly.
busy.
Mhm.
And I want to say hail to Leia Rose. And unfortunately, Cash is not here, but we are also streaming on his channel because I did see the message a little late that he might not be here today.
And she is, of course, the princess of YouTube, the lovely Leia Rose.
Awesome.
Yep.
Cash and I were talking and we're kind of joking around a little bit about people that we knew. Nothing bad, just And I came up with a joke about you, and he said, "I don't know about you, Tom. I don't know if you should say that joke to Tom or not." I said, "Tom's got a good sense of humor, so this is a joke." It's like, "Hey, Tom, I hear you've been seeing Siri behind your AI girlfriend's back."
Shh.
Oh.
Me and Jessica are open. She's okay with it.
See,
That's a
I
good
knew
one.
I knew you'd like it. I knew you'd like it. In your face, Cash.
Trust me, if you're on Manorama, it's another show I do. We knock
Yes.
each other's balls all the time. Actually, this week it was nice to
Yeah,
get
no,
back the first time in a long
exactly.
time. That was a good, just the boys hanging out, and we were a lot
And
of
I
ball
do want to say
busting.
hail to Charlotte C. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing. I almost said hope you're doing gay. I hope you're doing
Wow.
good.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
and good day, liberators of nonsensical pop culture. Yeah, we are going to talk about some pop culture stuff today. Not all negative, actually. Some
All right.
negativity here and
That's it. I'm
there.
out of here. I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
you
I went
just want to
all
be negative
negative.
on all things.
It's
And
over. It's all over.
but one of the stuff that we're going to talk about today is, of course, me and Tom has talked about it with the Comic Relief Crusader, but we are going to, talk a little bit about it, here also tonight. But yeah, what I've been up to, right today, I just been relaxing. I'm taking a little break of music making because, again, if you are interested, I did release an album this year. Been working and trying to get album out since 2023, and finally I did manage it. Finally, I got it out after such a long time with Forth and Back, Forth and Back. I had a band for a little while, and then we split up because different points of view, we can say nicely. I promise it's not because of politics. I
Darn.
promise. Um, but so no, finally got it out. Gotten a lot of good feedback on it. I have shown it to people who are, professionals in the music industry, and they really love what I have done. They've also, helped me to give pointers. Also have a girlfriend who's, given me like said her opinions on the songs, what she likes, and all that kind of stuff, and that's also good to hear. She kind of wants to do part two of one of my songs from the woman's perspective.
Ooh,
So maybe in the future we will do that in the future.
you're in trouble
Um,
now. You're in trouble
oh
now.
yeah, I'm in trouble.
If you want to do a sequel off of a song, there, you know that.
Right. And no, what I've mostly been doing right now is that yeah, my girlfriend is also a musician. She's a really good musician. Um, so I've been trying to actually, what I've been trying to do is that we're gonna work with Memnock at some point, create something cool, in more of the Viking-ish, metal-ish things, like some bands that I'm listening to. So I have like this whole concept of what I want to do. So we are gonna like try to create something cool together that I'm really excited to do when we get to that point. Um, so I've been working and developing some stuff here and there with that, and also been working on because since I also took a break right now of my own music, because after I got to release this, I wanted to of course take a little break of my own music and focusing on my book slash comic book that I started on last year. That of course I have also gotten to mention also of course on Comic Relief Crusader and other places too. Um, so it is called The Forsaken, and it is a futuristic world with, of course, superheroes and stuff like that. And I did talk a little bit about behind the scenes with Baron, so he knows a little bit about the story, some small parts. Um, so I'm gonna work a lot more on that this year. Going through some rewrites here and there, trying to add some more story here and there. And I have no time of when it will be released, but I'm gonna work hard and smart on it this whole year. And I will see, hopefully, I would love to get it out in 2026 or 2027, something like that. Um, so it's gonna be a long work with that. So that's what I've been been working hard on right now. So I've been working on it today, and yeah, so that's what I've mostly been doing, just working and working.
Like the
Hey, I've
dog
said
that
it
he
before.
is.
I've said it again before. I'll say it again. You should sell some of your music to animes too. I'm not even joking. You could make a fortune selling some of your side stuff, the stuff you're not going to use, to anime. No, seriously, you can make
No,
a fortune doing.
I know. You
Oh
said it
yeah,
so many times. I
big
can do
time.
that too. I can just
You
say
know,
that my
there's a
album is not anime. It's not anime music. The
No,
what
not
I
this one,
have.
but your
No,
some of your
no,
other
this.
stuff you have.
no,
Yeah.
no. His album
Yep.
is porn music. He's hoping to get into a lot
Oh
of adult
God.
films.
Yeah,
He's
yeah. A lot
talking
of
to AVN.
depression.
Yeah, yeah,
Life
yeah.
experience. But no. No, I know what you mean, Tom. But that's when I was with the band. That's how we got that sound. I'm not in a band anymore. Um, and I don't do that sound anymore. I'm not too familiar how to do it myself to get that sound. Because one, I do not play guitar. I do not play instruments like that. Um, so I am more of I don't know. I can see what I can do. I can delve into it
You're
and learn more
you're
how to do
talented
certain
enough. You'll
stuff.
figure it out. You'll figure it out.
But this album that I have now, it's a journey of breakups, breakups. I have a song called "Sorry" that is a
Wait,
pop.
it's a Taylor Swift album?
No, no.
You know it,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, 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 no. It's not. But it is
I
from
had to.
personal experience, from my past life,
Oh, exactly.
experiences that I've had. And one of my favorite songs is a pop punk song that I did get to make, and that whole song is it's to my father. It's
Hmm.
telling him that I'm sorry for all the mistakes that I've done, and I ignored that everything when he wanted to do something nice and wanted just me to like do good in life. I was one point in my life where I was just so depressed, so fucked up in the head. The time when I was using drugs, I was drinking a lot in a young age, and I just treated my dad like a shit. Didn't care about him. I just treated him like a shit, and but I love my dad. Everybody who like knows me here on YouTube knows how much I love my dad and how much I care for him. But at
Hmm.
that time, I was just a really shitty person, and so I had to like make a song about it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And get out the feelings, get out my anger of the mistakes I did, and yeah, my dad loved the song. He was the first one to ever hear it, and I know my dad hates that I say this, but that you can cry sometimes, okay? It is okay for you to cry. And then, of course, we
Mm.
do have Mr. Kilted here. We will get to you soon, brother.
Tilted,
um,
yay!
How's it
but no,
going?
so that song is really personal to me. The Sorry song, the only song that I got to do in pop punk ish style, going back to more my old roots from the old age. I felt that is for that song. I felt that is what it needed. Like I could have gone for more, black metal or something like that. It's like I can always do something like that, but I felt like that didn't fit, even though me and my dad love black metal.
Mm.
But I wanted to go back to more pop punk, when I was like 13 and 15. And the first band I ever had, it was called Broken Rose, super emo too. But it was more like, we worked on some pop rock stuff, and I just felt that was more the right stuff to do for the song. Um, so yeah, it's a whole personal journey with this album. It's a personal journey, and there will be a part two at some point. But right now I'm taking a little break because I don't want to release too many albums at once. And it takes time to create. Like this took so long to create. But there will be a part two of this album at some point, and then I might do some more other stuff in the future with my music project. Um, but it is even one of the songs is called "Why," and the Why song is based on Tom's poem book. It also also linked here on the channel. We will just let's see here. You can see it here. This is from Baron's side of YouTube, but it's also on our side of YouTube, so don't worry about that. And there we go. We need the right one for the people who are watching on the 540 channel. But this is for Tom's poem book. It's a really great book. I'm still, really happy that I got to read it before many others and go through it. And it's a really powerful book. It's a really good book. And it really delves into the whole mental health and, all the thoughts you have, all the questions you have in life. And it really makes you think about so much. And that's why I dedicated one of the songs, and I even used some of the words from Tom's book, because it really made me think, and it inspired my song "Why." So I'm giving Tom a lot of credit for that song, not just me, because he was the big inspiration for that song. And, people out there, if you are interested to learn about mental health and how a lot of people out there are thinking, how they're feeling, all the questions. I think this is a really good book to get into it. And I know Tom, you
I'm a
can say
I'll just
more about
quickly
the
just
book.
I'm a proponent of big mental health, something that the world lacks nowadays. We don't promote mental health enough, and it's sad. It really is. I mean, look, people think they're cats, people think they're this. Mental health is totally not looked at nowadays, and it's really messed up. But I mean, I wrote these poems back in my late teens. I'm old now. I'm 52, so I was a 70s child. And back in my 80s, my teens, whatever, I was a gypsy. I used to backpack across Canada. Literally a canvas backpack, and I lived in Toronto. I lived in Montreal.
Yeah.
Well, the outskirts of Toronto. I lived in Calgary twice. I mean, I used to just go across, but either in a car, I took a bus across, and I just traveled to try to find myself. And I met interesting people along the way, but I was never I always had trouble, and I used to work at I don't know if you can't use the S word, but an alive center. I used to help people with that, but I also tried it myself in my early 20s and stuff.
Yeah.
And I suffered it. I even suffered it even up to a few years ago too. It's depression's a big thing with me, but I mean I've learned to overcome. I'm still around. I'm around for a reason to help others with this issue, and the world needs more healers, I believe, because there's not enough. We're really falling apart, this planet, and look how bad we're doing, and nobody concentrates on mental health.
I
It's
agree
sad.
with you, and I'm so happy you got to release it. And people out there, if you are interested, please, give it a look. I think it's worth it. It's
A little
really
funny
great.
note, a side note is just quickly. I put it together just as a project when I was taking. I'm a graphic designer by degree. I have a degree in graphic design up in college. Many years ago, I went to art college, and it was either photography or graphic design. I figured, hey, there's money in graphics, and lo and behold, I didn't do much, but I did some. But one of the project is bookbinding. We actually had to learn to bookbind. I said, what am I going to do? Let's put together my poems and then illustrate them. So I did all the illustrations inside as well, different types of mediums from pointillism to you name it. I've tried different types of forms of art within the book itself. It's all my art though, to correlate with each poem or multiple poems within each one, and just put it together. And I figured,
Exactly.
hey, it's now there was a reason I did this. So
Yeah, and I'm proud of you, man, and I hope more people will check
appreciate
it
that.
out because I think it is worth it, and it really made me think about a lot of stuff in life, and hell, it became a song out of it, bro, because of you, man.
I mean, sure, I'd love to make a lot of money on it, but honestly, if it could save somebody's life or make them realize, hey, life's worth it, that's all that matters in the end. It's just
Exactly. And yeah, other than that, Kilted came in, late and not too
Yay.
gay, so either. So hail, Kilted.
Hi.
How you doing, brother?
I made it through another day. Yeah, I'm just
That's good.
stuff going on. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah. Well, I figured I'd come hang out with y'all. What's up? How's it going, everybody? What did I miss? What are we doing? Jason talking about his
You haven't
music.
missed anything yet, because
music. It's fantastic. Seriously.
No,
I'm not a shill.
too
I
kind.
can't stand him. His opinions on the movies are horrible. but his music's good.
I'm gonna be nice because you like my music, so I'm gonna be nice today.
Fuck.
One of the few times I'm gonna be nice tonight. I'm selling out, people. I'm gonna be nice. I'm selling out tonight. I was so ready to, to say some stuff, but I'm like, no, you're too kind tonight, so I'm gonna be nice.
Wow.
Oh.
Jason's being nice.
No.
Yeah, I'm being nice. That's woof. That's not normal.
No, it's not.
Oh,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
And I do want to say hail to how the fuck do we pronounce this again?
Just say Vor.
Vorlinus.
Vori.
Vori.
Vorlinus.
Don't say Vor. That means something. No, Vori. Vori.
Vori. I will say Vori. That's
Vor's
fine.
different on the internet.
But Vori, hail to you, man. And what's up, everybody? Haven't seen you guys in a little bit. No, it's good to have you here. It's good to have you. Good to see you again. Always fun. And Charlotte said, I agree. And that was when we were talking about the mental health and stuff like that. So, yeah. And Charlotte said, ouch. Well, I don't think I have bad taste in movies, of course, but that's just me. Because normally, me and Kilted can have our friendly fights, hardcore fights sometimes. But, today he's acting really nice. Today he's really nice. He's a good guy today. Pat on his head for being nice.
Lies.
So I'm going to be nice to him today.
I mean, I had to look up, make sure I'm still here.
You are
You're still here.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna get a serious note here. If you guys don't mind, like I said, we all must be nice to each other. That's something wrong in the world. And
No, we don't.
my aunt that just passed, she was the youngest in the family. She was the baby of the family. That's the messed up part. She was the baby, and she was the she was the third to go. I lost an uncle and another aunt, her brother and sister, years ago, and it was she was a nurse too, a really good nurse, but just a smoker, a drinker. And she went out fighting though, but no, like I said,
sorry.
Yeah, no. She would have laughed at that. Trust me, that was her attitude. And I remember I visited 3 times in the hospital, but like I said, we got the call a couple days ago. She fought for a while, but she was a fighter and a badass. But yeah, it just her makes you realize life's short. Just be the happiest and try to look at the good parts in life. Honestly, that's all we can do.
There you go.
I should enjoy the moments we have.
Oh, the bad part is I screwed up the joke. You said speaker joke. I should, a midnight toker.
Yeah.
I totally screwed up the
A
joke.
song she liked, actually. Between that and Kate Bush, so.
People keep talking about me, baby.
And there we go. But we are going to get into some, of course. And Leia Rose said, hello, virgin. Who is that to?
I have no idea. Not me.
I mean, technically, born again.
I could see
years,
Kilted, but I'm not going to be evil. I'm not going to be an asshole tonight.
You can try. I got proof that I'm not.
I know.
I got 4 clones walking. I got 4 clones walking around, man.
But no. So we're gonna get into some articles for tonight, and what we're gonna start with tonight is actually Daredevil Born Again first reactions are in. And we did also talk about that on, of course, on Comic Relief Crusaders stream, but a lot of the other panelists have not talked here on this show, so we're going to talk about the first reaction so far. So, let's get into it, There we go. So this is from Cosmic Book News. Daredevil Born Again first reactions are in. A big week prior to the big 2-episode premiere of Daredevil Born Again on Disney+. The first reactions are in and have hit social media. They happen to be super positive, and even though they are super positive, of course, it's always important to be a little wary about stuff, because you can always have good, positive reviews here and there, and it can turn out to be shit.
No.
Yeah. You really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
Hmm.
really?
No, I
But
didn't.
no. Morgan getting retooled to make it more in line with the popular Marvel Netflix series, perhaps even surpassing it. That really depends to see. But Devil May Daredevil, I almost said Devil May Cry because last night we talked
Devil
about
May
Devil May
Cry,
Cry.
brain. They seem a little
uh,
obsessed with that, Jason.
yes, I do
Yeah,
know.
that's the same thing. Hmm.
um, But no, the Daredevil Netflix TV show was fantastic. It's really good. It is one of the best series on Netflix when it comes to Marvel shows. So who on this panel have seen the Daredevil show?
Oh yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say there was a bunch of them that were as good. There was that one. The Punisher was damn just as good, I think, in his own right, and I love Jessica Jones, and not far behind the Luke Cage, and yes, even Iron Fist wasn't that bad. They really know how to release Mark compared to the garbage that's on. They did a good job. So, but yeah, that was, if you say that was the best by a touch over the Punisher, because I think that was damn good too. But yeah, it was just so brilliantly written, acted, great action, just everything. It
Exactly.
was just so freaking good.
I totally agree with that. Punisher also was fantastic. It's really good.
Mm,
And no, I'm gonna start rewatching a lot of stuff again.
yeah, same.
Um, Yeah, because a lot of those shows are good. What about Baron, Kilted?
Nope.
I know Pris, you might not seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Nah,
To be honest
I
with you.
haven't.
Unfortunately, have not.
It's
Oh,
you,
guys,
Kilted. With you, we do expect it.
it's so good. I'll just say it really is well acted, great. It's amazing, just so good. And the
Yeah,
violent too. They don't hold back in those Netflix series,
yeah, they
especially the Punisher
don't.
one.
And in Punisher, they also a lot of the fight scenes are really heavily inspired by the Raid movies, Indonesian martial
Yeah.
art movies that does one takes fight scenes and a lot of great choreography and everything with those movies, how they're shot and stuff like that. So the Daredevil
Oh, the
series
raid
had a
was
lot of
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, and the Daredevil show had a lot of inspiration from those movies, and you can see it in it too.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes when you watch the show, it's like watching a raid movie because of the fights and how they do it.
But I'm with you
Um,
on that. I've officially gone to the season. I'm gonna rewatch everything again because I'm like the Daredevil and the Punisher ones and the rest of them because I'm like I missed them. They're so good. Now building up to watching this again. Yeah, looking forward to it.
oh, exactly. So this is from Liam. Devil Born Again has the best plot of any MCU series so far, and it's not close. It's not close. Edge of the seat energy, audible gaps throughout. Charlie and Vincent haven't lost a step. Um, Benson and Moorhead brings the sauce above all else. It's episodic, and we might be back. So that's with
Mm.
one review on it, and
Mm.
well, not too horrible. What you guys think? It's simple, right to the point.
Well, nothing wrong with that. That's the way sometimes it should be. Why be complex?
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you
And
got a
then
good
the
plot, a
previous
good
character.
story. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Charlie and Vincent, you'll see their dynamic. They're really good. There's some
They
really
have
good,
such a
interesting.
good dynamic.
There's a lot of good side characters on that show too. It's not just Daredevil himself. The side characters you get interested in as well.
The
So
only the only thing that I am a little, I have mixed feelings about Penguin after the Echo show, and how because when I
Pen-
like see him now,
hold on. You have mixed feelings about Penguin, or did you say Penguin
Penguin.
or Kingpin?
No, Kingpin. Jesus.
Okay.
yeah, I was like, what Penguin? What the
No,
hell?
yeah,
Wait a
yeah,
minute.
yeah.
Wrong
No,
letters.
Kingpin. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, I liked it when
No,
Daredevil went up against Penguin. It's like,
Oh.
No, this
Well,
will bring
that happens.
Kingpin.
This
This will bring
happens.
Kingpin back to amazing as he was in the Daredevil show because it's the same actor
Yeah, that's
again,
what I was
and
gonna.
he does it.
That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna say. But it's just how they treated Kingpin. Sorry, everybody, but Kingpin
Yeah.
in Echo and how they treated him. It's kind of he's going like back to be a badass again, and just but still, my mind is still on how he was treating Neko like a fucking bitch.
Side note. She-Hulk and Eiko don't exist in this world. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Well, that would be great, but
oh, excuse me.
yeah.
Sorry, that just kind of came out of nowhere.
but that would be
We
great,
all agree.
of course.
We all agree.
But no, of course, I'm still gonna be wary about it. But even though I'm still a little bit excited to see them back, and hopefully they will do. But of course, I will always have these small red flags here and there that I will be wary about. Of course, you have to be these days.
You'll have trepidation, yeah. But I've got more green flags and red flags on this one. I'm thinking so. This could be.
Yeah, there are more green flags on it than red flags. It's just the small things here and there that you're a bit but this is the small ones. And Emin Jacobs, pleased to say, Daredevil Born Again is brutally gripping and hurls a symphony of violence at the audience while perfectly capturing Daredevil's essence as if he never left our screens. It's not perfect with some awkward CGI, and this is a trending thing with some of the reviews is that the CGI was not the best in it, according to some people. But again, we are kind of used to that now when it comes to Marvel stuff and other stuff. We're kind of used to that some CGI is awkward these days.
It's TV though. I'm not too worried about it. If it was on the big screen, maybe more so. But it's television. I'm fine.
Yeah,
with that,
for
as long as the
example, a good
story
one
carries
like
it. Yeah.
Captain America: Brave New World with the bad CGI of the Red Hulk.
Yeah, no,
for
thanks.
example.
Yeah.
But it's a bloody delight. And well, the first the Netflix show was bloody, good action, good story. So that still fits, into the universe with Daredevil. Although it doesn't feel exactly like Netflix Daredevil, the premiere of Disney's edition maintains the maturity while telling a violent story in a new way. Forget any doubts. Charlie Cox, She-Hulk appearance cast. This is Matt Murdock, all he wanted. Yeah, we don't talk about what happened with Daredevil in She-Hulk.
We don't talk about She-Hulk. No.
You don't like the Walk of Shame?
No, of course.
That was the least offensive part about it. He got laid. So
yeah.
like, oh god, the walk of shame. Like, ain't the dude? Guys don't have walks of shame. Okay, we have no shame, especially after a night before. Okay, we don't.
Yeah, but
we
Daredevil should be happy because he cannot even see the woman.
That's cold.
Well, not just that, she wasn't bad looking.
Hold
on.
She's not bad looking. It's just the show. God.
Exactly. The show horrible.
Yeah, the show is horrible.
That body though. Damn, she'd be fun to have. Yeah, damn. More power to him.
Wow.
Ain't gonna kick her out of my bed.
Hey, Captain Kirk loved his green girls, remember? So
yeah.
But Austin here said, my biggest criticism is some of the CGI felt rushed. But overall, I love the story, the vibe of it all. This vision of Daredevil feels more like a superhero than it did on Netflix. And of course, again, in a Netflix show, he wasn't like the Daredevil we are used to yet. This is, again, his beginning, getting used to becoming Daredevil and so much more, of course. So, of course, it's going to be a bit more superhero now because it's gone for so long and stuff like that. So, as long as you do it properly, I'm happy with that, at least, if you know my drift. And it's already probably my favorite Marvel Disney show, Disney Plus show. And I know, they have wrote more, but we're not going to read the whole thing because I don't want to go on X and read the whole thing. And then we have Eric, who said, there is something Daredevil Born Again sacrifices to shock and surprise character credibility. I'll get into it on Untitled Movies when the time is right. So this guy just simple. We'll talk more about it later. And Anthony said, Daredevil Born Again is gritty, ruthless, unforgivingly bloody. And again, I'm happy that they're keeping the R-rated blood in the show because that's how the original show was. You can't make it child friendly. That would be so weird if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Especially when this is a kind of a continuation of the Netflix
Yes.
show. You need to keep it. You need to keep the blueprints of what you already had from that show. Fans of the original series are in for a treat, echoing. No. At least it's it's not echo people. Uh, echoing the first season of its intensity and rage. Cox and Di Ferrario still steal the show. 2 episodes in, and all I can say is the man without fear is back. So far, the reviews are pretty positive. So what do you guys think so far about do you think they're paid to say this like really heavily? Do you think they use AI, or do you think they actually do enjoy it? Like what is your guys' thoughts? We start with you, Tom.
I think this is legit. I mean, I think it's earned its respect. People, I mean, I think people are tired of the same old, and people are like, wow, this is going to stay hopefully loyal to the Netflix version. So I really believe that, and as we've seen the trailer, if anybody's seen the trailer, we know it. The trailer itself as storytelling looks good. So, and now we can't always tell everything from a trailer, of course, but it really gives me hopes. It really gives me hopes. So I think these are legit. I genuinely think these are legit.
Yeah, and Kilted. What about you?
I mean, I'm gonna watch it. So I
You
don't
need
take.
to watch it. You need to watch the first seasons
I
first,
keep
though.
saying that.
It's worth it. Trust me. You would not regret. Oh, they're so good. I'm
Because
actually gonna go back and
there
watch
are
it
gonna be
myself.
stuff in this show that you're probably gonna wonder, and you have to watch the first stuff because it is a continuation.
We'll see what kind of context clues I got. I'm gonna watch it. Maybe, probably not. I'm gonna try to watch it. How about that? I'm gonna do my best.
Okay,
There you go.
okay, that's better.
He's trying.
Well, the good it's that Kilted likes to torture himself with shit. So,
I'm
bro,
playing Monster. I'm playing Monster Hunter Wilds tomorrow. Okay, it's already downloaded. I pre-downloaded it, so I don't know what you're talking about.
well, at least you're doing something positivity instead
Oh
of
yeah,
watching shit or playing shit.
yeah. They decided to give away shit on the PlayStation Plus, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Pretty
What about you,
smart.
Baron? What do you think so far about the reviews?
They sound sincere. I mean, there's positive and negatives they're seeing in there, so that gives a plus, I think, on a review. It's not all, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, blah 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 blah. I mean, uh, they're putting in some the things that they didn't like, so this actually sounds like a true critique,
Yeah, no, I can totally
which is
agree
nice.
with that. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. And
And I think that's the
Chris,
important thing to look for is if they do that, actually go out there and not do the heavy praise. Just like if they're going to be heavily negative about it, have a good reason. And
exactly.
everything does have something good about it that's worth mentioning. It's like, well, they did do this part right, or whatnot. So
Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. Chris, do you have anything you want to add to it? I know you haven't seen the show and don't know too much about it, but what do you think of the reviews?
Nothing really. I mean, I heard Kilda said Monster Hunter World, and my attention just peaked. Ooh,
Of course.
there you go.
But that's
So
completely fine.
he got excited when he
well,
heard She-Hulk.
no, I mean, I,
No, you know what?
I'm just whatever.
We need to gift Prismatics, he wants to play Dragon Age Failguard so much.
Mm,
He wants to
No,
bang Tosh so bad.
I don't
wow.
care about that dragon salamander thing lady. I don't care about her. I don't care. I
Uh,
have Dragon Age Origins, and of course the second one, and Inquisition. I don't need the
you don't need
weird.
it.
I don't need a weird cousin to join me to say it like that. I don't care about that.
Yeah, no, exactly. But we can
No,
continue. And Brandon said, Daredevil Born Again comes out swinging. It's a true continuation of the Netflix series. Cox and DeFaro haven't missed a beat. Some visual effects moments are a weak spot. So again, you see, it is trending with the CGI and visual effects. But again, that's to expect it and not the biggest problem. It kicks ass, moves quick, and takes no prisoners. Really solid first 2 episodes. Really enjoyed it. Want to see more. So there are a lot more, of course, reviews. We don't need to go through them all, but the main point is that the reviews are really, really good for the 2 first episodes, and I'm kind of looking forward to watching it. Of course, have some red flags here and there because these days sometimes things can sound too good to be true, and then you watch it and it can be oh shit, it wasn't that good. But I have a good feeling about this at least. I
The
do have a
only
good
weakness
feeling.
The only down part of that I'm hearing, the only thing is people are like CGI, but I don't care. This is not really a CGI heavy show to begin with. I mean, there's some stuff there, but it's mostly the fight scenes and the acting. That's just more on that. This is not like high end, high octane, Avengers type. He's not an Avenger within the means of like they're in space or doing
Exactly.
stuff like that. This is in the
Exactly.
streets, of Hell's Kitchen. You're more, you don't have to worry concentrate on the
Exactly.
effects as much, as the fight scenes and stuff like that. So
Exactly. I think maybe when it comes to certain CGI stuff, is when he jumps from buildings, if he does that. Maybe they use some, visual effects on blood that can look a little weird because that's something they do in movies these days is using more CGI, the visual effects for blood.
which I never understand. I mean, if we go back in, what was it? Night of the Living Dead. That's a classic. The black and white, George Romero. Do you know that was chocolate syrup they used for the blood effects?
Yes.
It's just a simple chocolate syrup. It was black and white. You didn't know. I mean,
Yeah.
no.
Same thing with Psycho.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I will say visual effects is there to just enhance stuff, but you don't need to use it all the time. And
No.
But I understand, CGI on certain parts of this show, like, jumping from high buildings, other stuff, swinging. Yeah, I can understand all this kind of stuff. So if that's just the case with the small visual effects that felt a little weak, that's okay, That is completely okay, not the end of the world. Again, like you said, the most important thing here, it is the story, it is the actors who really enjoys the characters. They really enjoys to play these characters too, and that's something we're missing sometimes. Having actors who really care about the character, actually care about doing this. So it is good to see, and we know the guy who plays the Kingpin. He really loves playing the Kingpin. He wants to play Kingpin for as long as he can.
Don't.
What about
And I
the
say
Penguin?
people. I say to people, don't judge his Echo performance. I thought in the trailer Echo was going to be awesome, he'd be badass, but they end up nerfing him in that show. But if you watch the original Daredevil, he plays a perfect Kingpin. Like he really knows how to play this character.
It's one of the best castings ever. Like he's the perfect cast for Kingpin.
Yeah, 100%.
And Charlie is a perfect cast for Daredevil. So,
well, I mean, now minus Echo. Remember, he was in remember the scene he had in the Spider-Man film? I love that scene. Catches the brick. How did you do that? I'm
exactly.
a good lawyer. It's like, so I was like, no.
Yeah, no, exactly. He was great in that movie. He was great in that movie too. And he was also in the new Spider-Man show, the animated one, the new one.
He
played Daredevil.
Yeah.
And also the guy who plays Kingpin also played. He also is playing Kingpin at some point because all that. So they have every they're connecting it well with certain actors. So that's good.
The only voice I couldn't get is Strange. Cumberbatch wouldn't be able to. He didn't do it, but the guy sounds a lot like him in the cartoon. I find he's very similar. But that's minor things. But
Any final thoughts before we get to any next stuff?
No.
I'm just looking forward to it. I'm really am. Like I
Yeah,
said,
no,
I'm
I'm
gonna
looking
be.
forward
I'm
to it
actually
too.
grabbing it as we speak to rewatch them again. I already got the Punisher, and I might even grab. I love Jessica Jones. Like that was another underrated series as well, and she's kind of hot too. And then the Iron Fist wasn't bad. That's the weakest one of them all. And then Luke Cage was also good. Defenders, no, I stand corrected. Defenders might be the weakest, but even that's okay compared to anything else Disney's been putting out.
Yeah,
So,
no, I
but-
agree. I
but-
did like the Defenders for what it was.
Yeah, for what it
Um,
was, and like I said, the
it could have
Jessica
been a
Jones
lot
character is well
better.
done too.
Yeah, no,
Oh yeah,
I enjoyed all of the shows, even the Iron Fist, even though the Iron Fist wasn't the best. But again, I still enjoyed it. They did have a great actor to play him and everything. He cares about the character. Yes, he didn't get time to train and become a martial artist in the first season. It was really rushed and stuff like that. But in season 2, that I wish was more about him than everything else around him.
yeah.
But
it's-
again, I really enjoyed him in the show for what it was, not the worst show. And he did actually, finally learn to do more martial arts and doing the part better. And in the Defenders, I enjoyed him a lot more too. And all I think is that because there are talks about bringing at least all of them back at some point because of this. And if they do, just have the right writers, right people on the project, and I think they can. I think that can be some of the best MCU things, right? In my opinion, this
well,
right
somebody
now.
said they were going to bring back Heroes for Hire. That's why they're bringing them back to maybe do that. So I was like, okay, I wouldn't hate that. I mean, they all did a great
exactly.
job. They all played their characters to a T. So really,
Exactly.
really, and the Punisher. There are already rumors of a Punisher special coming out with the actor. I can't think of his name now. He's also in he was in the Walking Dead. And
Yeah, we're
really
gonna
good
talk
actor.
about that. That's the next article, just a little bit. So yeah, you
Such
beat
a
me in
good
for you
Punisher.
beat me a little bit
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Pedro
But
Pascal.
no,
No.
but I do want to say hail. I do.
He
wanna
wouldn't
say
shave that mustache,
hail.
I promise you.
Yeah, but I
No.
want to say hail to Hunty, and it's funny because we didn't mention Henry Cavill, but she's
I
here.
know.
But Hunty said, I saw a poster of Shrek 5, and I had, I saw the little teaser. I saw the little teaser today of Shrek 5. I saw how they have created them, and I've seen, yes. I'm not gonna watch it. I wish they kind of ended after 2. They don't need to do
Yes,
more.
thank you. It should have ended after the second movie.
That's where I stopped watching them. I
Yeah.
stopped after 2. I don't watch more.
I seen the third one. It was just another.
Now in the
Terrible.
new now in Shrek 5, you have like this edgy Zendaya again is playing like an edgy character because she's the daughter of Shrek.
Oh wow.
Yes. So she is like, piercing in her nose, looking edgy.
I mean,
Oh, great.
she's an ogre,
Just
so
wait.
nose piercing is actually appropriate.
Yeah, but again, it's Zendaya. She's typecast every single fucking time. That's why she's gonna be the same character like everything else she plays in most of the time.
I mean,
What's the point with continuing with
voice.
that series anyway?
because it
That's what I
makes
don't understand.
money. That's
Yeah,
why How
money,
to Train Your
exactly.
Dragon and
Yeah.
Kung Fu
Well,
Panda.
yeah,
because
true.
It makes money.
It makes money. And
That's
Hunter
why
said
we
they're
have-
cutting out the daughters, brothers. I have no clue what the hell
They
they're
ate them.
doing.
They ate them. That's what happened. They ate them. I mean, you've got how many Despicable Me movies are there? Or Despicable Me brand
4.
movies are there?
Well, I mean, when it's brand,
And
I don't know.
Minions,
Brand
and
itself.
Minions.
Minions, Despicable Me, because they make all the money. You
Mhm.
know,
Well,
As
at
long-
least,
that's
at
why we're
least
getting
with
another Jurassic
the
Park
Minions and
movie,
stuff like that. At
because
least with them,
dinosaurs
you have
make
people who cares
money.
about doing something funny. At least.
Hey, at least the only series that has continuations that's good is Sonic. Honestly, the rest of them just end them.
Oh yeah,
Sonic
Sonic is
seems to get-
fantastic because
it seems to get
you
better
have
each
people who
time.
cares. You have people who cares on the project, who
Yeah.
actually cares about the fans and audience.
It's almost like animated shows geared towards families and children are going to make money, which is why that's all we're getting.
Exactly.
which I have no
Exactly.
problem with. Cast whoever on earth you want, except for Jack Black as Steve, because that's not Steve. If
Oh
they'd had
God.
if they'd had Jack Black as the voice with all the characters, I wouldn't have cared. But you put Jack Black in the damn movie, and it's
I
just
know.
Jack Black.
With
So
Shrek, it's only 2 movies done with the case. There is nothing after.
I enjoyed the other ones.
Well, I'm happy for you. Me and Pris, we are. It's only 2 movies, right?
And the other ones, they weren't bad. It's just watered down the franchise, but that's basically how I see it. But that's what in most franchises.
When it gets milk, that's how it normally is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so that's kind of the curse with, with how it is. But hey,
Just a
Well,
curse.
still, if I'm not mistaken, Mike
well,
Myers. doing
yeah,
the
it
voice
is a
still,
curse. I mean,
and he's
Mhm.
probably just
How to Train Your Dragon
having
1,
an
2, and
easy
3 were
life.
all 3 of them are amazing. So you get some winners, you
just
get some
see the
losers.
first
Stuff
movie
in
and
between.
that's it. I don't
Oh,
need
you
to
need
see
to
the.
see you need to see all
No,
3 of them.
no,
Oh, yes,
I don't care.
yes,
No,
yes, you do.
I don't care.
Did you like the first one?
You're a television head. Shut up.
No.
Yes,
Oh, what happened?
I didn't do anything.
No, I know. I'm
I
just
have no
joking.
control of anything.
Priz, did you like the first one?
It
Hello?
was fine. It
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
my cup of tea, but I
Okay,
did
well then,
enjoy it.
well, see,
I
that's
did
different.
enjoy it.
Then I think you would enjoy the other 2.
Yeah, no,
But,
I get you, Hunty.
Oh, the
I get
Croods.
you.
The Croods was fun. Like I don't like
I never
animated
seen
shows
the
like that.
cruise actually.
It's
Ugh.
dumb and it's fun.
But we are
Well,
gonna
yeah,
get
it
into the
looks dumb.
next article.
Casual
And
conversation, just want to interrupt having a casual conversation talking about animated cartoons that are just dumb fun. Sit down and
because
laugh
we
at
do
'em
have
like
a time,
that.
we do have a time limit on the show. That's why.
I
He's
know.
timing us, folks. He's got that stopwatch out.
But again,
is on my
we
side.
do get a Punisher special on Disney Plus too, with of course the same actor who also will of course be in the Daredevil show again. And we are getting a special. I'm looking forward to this too. I really am looking forward to this. I think this is gonna be fun, and of course, John also is co-writing the special. Also, that I think
That's a
is
positive.
because he cares about he cares about the character. He really loved playing the character. This is what I thought was so great about a lot of the Netflix shows is that you got actors who cared about the material, cared about the characters, and
Oh
liked playing
heavens.
them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So that's all I
Well,
was
anybody
gonna add on.
remember who was it? Thomas Jane. He played the movie one, which is my favorite movie. A lot of people have other ones. Do you know John actually talked to Thomas when he was doing the character? He's actually talked with him, and they've worked together when he developed the character, and he's friends with him now. So one of the best movie ones, in my opinion, has helped him create this one on the show. And if you've seen the Netflix series, even
Oh
Daredevil's
God,
gory.
it's good.
This is super gory. This is like the most violent TV show you'll ever see. It's whoa. It's pure Punisher, and it done.
And when you look at him, you're just like you're scared of this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, like you first see
He's
him
gonna-
in the Daredevil, which is
You
pretty
do.
messed up, and you're like, whoa. And then once the series comes, I'm like, they tied in. I'm like, oh my gosh, he did it to a T.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's worked with Thomas Jane, who was my favorite movie one, who played Frank Castle.
Yep.
But
Thomas Jane was funny, and that is really cool. And I think John is a fantastic actor. He does the parts he gets really well. It's like he was one of my favorites in The Walking Dead because his character was interesting. His
Yeah.
performance was really good, and he was so in tune with the character he played. And he played because his character became really crazy in the end, And it's just
Yeah.
he played that part so well. Like it's so good that you almost believe him. He's a good professional liar because in Hollywood, acting, you're a professional liar. You're going to lie
Yeah.
to the audience to make you believe that you are the character. And that's how I felt about him in Walking Dead and in Punisher, at least. Like when I watched the whole Punisher, it's like I believed him to be this character, I couldn't
No,
when I heard
exactly.
interviews and saw him, outside of the show, I'm like, I can't believe it's the same guy, because he's just such a good actor that you you believe him that this is real, because his performance is so good.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited to see this also, and I'm happy that he is on board writing the special. And I'm gonna absolutely rewatch the Punisher show because that's been way too long since I rewatched it, so I need to rewatch it again. So who on this panel here is gonna watch it? Like watch a special with
Oh,
Punisher?
absolutely.
Oh, I'm actually re-grabbing the originals again to rewatch them again because
Yeah.
I've spent a while since I've seen them. I'm like, I'm gonna rewatch them again before because they're already creating the special. So and it's like yeah, 100%, 100%.
And before we get to new and other stuff, Mr. Prismatic, the amazing gentleman himself, has to
To
leave.
go to sleep. I know.
Oh,
He needs his beauty sleep.
Well, yeah, I've been awake since 7 o'clock here in Norway. How many hours is it? Oh, it's whatever. Yeah, I need to leave. I need
Yeah.
to get my
Anything you
sleep.
want to say to the audience out there?
Not really, but hey, enjoy the stream and enjoy. Hey, he was laughing. Anyway, enjoy the stream. Enjoy these awesome
me.
people. And yeah, see you guys later. I don't want to
See you
promote
guys. See you
anything
later,
because
man. It's good to see you, brother.
Yeah, you
care.
take care,
Thank
man.
Have a good night, Priz.
See ya.
Sleep tight.
Ciao.
Ciao, brother.
Fabella.
But no, I am really looking forward to this. And Kilted, get your ass in gear and watch that show too if you haven't.
Put it
You're
this way,
not
the
gonna
old rating
regret it.
system. We're gonna go back to the older rating system of how violent it can get. It would have got a rated X back in the 80s. It's that violent. They don't hold back. Like it's extremely
And
violent.
Punisher
Like,
is not a PG
crap.
character. He's not a PG
No,
character.
no.
Was never meant to be a PG character.
The kills
was
are
always-
just gruesome in your face. It's like watching a good horror film. It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
wow.
No, I am. It's weird to talk some positivity because normally we don't talk so much positivity about certain stuff anymore. But it's so good to have a little bit more positivity, being more excited for stuff. It's refreshing. Finally, it's a little bit refreshing and nice. So I'm heavily looking forward to Daredevil and the Punisher. And it made me want to go back and rewatch all the shows again and just having a great time. And I know my girlfriend has not watched them, so it's going to be a great journey for her to also watch all these shows and experience this with me again. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So, any final thoughts about the special?
None for me.
I just hope it leads to a series on its own. If they're bringing back Daredevil, eventually they'll bring back Punisher because I know it's going to do good.
I want more Punisher. Come on, I want more.
See, I understand Disney always catered to the children. That's why even their Marvel films, for the most part, that's why they wouldn't have touched Daredevil because they didn't want to go rated R. We got to do it to all ages. No. Daredevil proved, or no, Deadpool proved you can go rated R and make a lot of money. And now, it seems like Daredevil they're willing to do that. And if they're willing to go that far, take it to the next leap and bring in Punisher. That'll be way more violent than any of those other ones. It's like, whoa. So It seems like Disney is willing to put their toe into that rated R territory more now because they're realizing that there's some money here, as it was proven. And let's be honest, in the end, they really need to make
Baron
money.
has a good say. Baron, we talked about this on on Mike's show, Pacific Forum 4 yesterday, about that 5 years span thing that you're talking. Can you just explain the audience a little bit about that, how you view it and what you mean about it? Because we've seen the small change, like Tom also said, with certain stuff. Can you explain to the audience?
Well, I'd say about 2.5 years ago that just kind of remembering how the 70s, even though I was a wee lad, in the 70s, how things were so dank, dark with a lot of the films. Yeah, we didn't have it, but they were gritty, cop, vigilante stuff, amongst other things. The nation was in turmoil. Vietnam War was going on. You're still within a little bit of the civil rights movement here in the States, and I'm sure other places as well. And then you had, Close Encounter came in, which was kind of a not that kind of a film and kind of a wild people, and then Star Wars, boom, which shot like overnight. Uh, People getting the
Yep.
gear and giving us the great movies that we had in the late 70s and throughout the 80s and early 90s. And it didn't mean they didn't have gritty films or stuff like that, but they realized that there is this wider, you know, canvas to paint.
Hmm.
And I'm kind of feeling that's where are right now, are coming out of. With the dystopian. You have all these dystopian films and books like Mockingjay and the others, even television Squid Games, uh, Battle Royale, you know, stuff like that.
Exactly.
But we're starting to see stuff that's a little bit more having deviate off of basically the downers, tearing us down, making us feel like you know, not wanting to go forward. It's like we don't have anything to look forward to. No positivity. And we're starting to
Hmm.
get that. We're in that phase. So 5 years ago, or 2.5 years ago, I sat back and said, we are in a cultural shift. We're going to see things within 5 years really, really change, and it can happen overnight. Now, 5 years is what I have for my maximum. It can happen even sooner, but we are in that phase because, well, China quit giving money to Hollywood, and we didn't really hear all that much complaint. Then we found out about BlackRock, but BlackRock wasn't giving the film industry that much to survive with their obviously cooking of books. They're cooking books, man. There's money laundering going on big time with the studios, especially
No.
Disney. I know, shocking. And then we've just found out what a week ago about USAID and how much money they've been dumping in to keep these afloat so they can keep on doing these bullshit indoctrination films instead of giving us entertainment. We're starting to see that shift. And as I say, in that 5 years, everything's going to be turned upside down. One of the persons sat back and said about talent. There's no talent. Where can we find that talent? And it's right here on YouTube. It's also on Rumble. People who make these fan films or even their own original independent films, they're coming out there, and what they're doing is challenging Hollywood. They look like Hollywood productions, whether they look like a good TV show or even a minor movie. I can list them right off. I mean, Judge Minty, the best Judge Dredd film ever made. Batman 1986, I think it is, where you have the Punisher and the Batman together in a story.
Yep,
So you
that's a
have
good
that,
one.
you have cross pollination, all that. This is where it's going to come out of, that we're going to get this new filmmaking. It might not be Hollywood anymore. It might go other places. We have uh, we have people like Rogan and others who are trying to get people out of Hollywood. Like for him with the comedy, get him down to Texas, get him away from the BS, get that feeling of what comedy is about. And you're going to see the same thing with films, and they're going to start coming back. Sorry, Tom, but we're going to take our business back from Canada. I'm sorry, unless you want to be our 51st state, then that's fine. But all joke, tongue in cheek there. But I am seeing within 2.5 years, and we're starting to see it now. You say baby steps, and that's what happens. You start seeing these little baby steps because the straw has broken the camel, or just at that breaking point. And we
Hmm.
might wake up we might wake up some morning here, and everything's turned around. You'll find Lucasfilm up on the auction block because I think that's the next way it's going to go there. This is all speculation. I have no insiders. I have no nothing else. But the fact that they basically
Exactly.
are abandoning Lucasfilm and trying to put everything together for Marvel to try to keep that afloat. And I always stated the importance. Lucasfilm is the lowest, Marvel is the next highest, and then Pixar is, the granddaddy. They need to keep Pixar. So if they
Yep,
get
they
rid of
have to.
Lucasfilm, yeah, they can get rid of Lucasfilm. Either they liquidate it or they sell it. Probably sell it because they want to try to get some money back.
Yep.
Marvel, if things keep on going bad, that's going to be the next one. If Pixar goes on the block, then Disney is in basically, what are they going to do now? they're virtually to the point that they're going to be destroyed. They're going to have to divest ABC and all the other little things that they got their hands on just to try to keep the Magic Kingdom alive. So don't be surprised if one of these days we wake up and find out everything's turned upside down. I mean, the Warner Brothers is trying with DCU, but they picked the wrong Hunyuk, James Gunn. But they want to try to change there, but they got a clown. They got a clown.
Exactly.
So you got to give A for effort there. You got to give them A for the fact that they realized that's the situation. And some of the other studios, I mean, we're going to lose Doctor Who again because, well, BBC couldn't keep doing it. So they got their partnership with Disney. Well,
and
with
we see how
everything going
that's
on
been
with
going
Disney,
on.
right, they've been getting the lowest ratings ever. The show sucks. Only the absolute sycophants are the ones that are hanging on and drooling and saying how great this is. This is the most wonderful thing. This Shitty Gotcha is the best Doctor we ever had. The shells.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly. And
But,
so
I
the
mean-
big point too is that it is a change happening right now.
Right. So you have like 3 or so million people watching Doctor Who. And even in the old, before Doctor Who came to an end, never was canceled on the BBC, by the way. Just like, it was put on hiatus. But back in '89, when things were going dour, I mean, they were at least still able to pull in 4 million, and that was considered way too low to keep churning out. Hence, of
Tom
course,
Baker will always
the
be my
hiatus.
doctor.
Oh yeah,
That was
he's. Oh yeah, he's. I think he's a lot of people, especially Americans and Canadians, because that's the one that they exported out to try to get us interested in it, and it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got what we have going on with Star Trek. I mean, that's falling apart. Section 31, DOA. Even the shills in the Discovery sycophants were going around saying about how that sucked. It's like, well, and didn't feel like Star Trek. Well, welcome to our world.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Welcome to
Now
our
you know
world.
how it feels.
Exactly.
So it's
Now jump
happening.
on just a
and-
quick.
Mm.
Oh, go ahead on. Go ahead.
Oh
Mike.
no! You just a quick. Yeah. What?
No, I was just going to say,
Okay.
jumping on the DC thing and the Warner Brothers stuff. They actually, and I don't know if you heard, Gunn actually brought in Zack Snyder again, supposedly. So there's something tied in there.
It was
He's
just,
bringing
it was
it back.
just a meeting. It was just a meeting. They just met. There's
But
nothing more
I
about it.
think
It was
there's-
only rumors.
Yeah, but I think there might be something still to that. I really do. I think they realized we screwed up before we even started because they realized how bad it's going to look. And I think you did a better job. So, and you talking
I don't
about the
think
by
that
the
yet.
way,
I don't think
by
that
the way,
yet.
hold on. By the way, Canada. I know not a lot of people like the CW DC stuff. I liked Arrow. I loved Arrow.
Yeah.
And Supergirl.
A lot of people
Supergirl was hot.
did.
Melissa played it. They were all
The
filmed in
first
Vancouver.
season was decent. Supergirl, the first season was decent. But season 2, they changed everything and made the show more gay and changed everything
Melissa's
that
hot,
they
though.
were not changing.
She played the hottest Supergirl, in my opinion. I loved her Supergirl, but I liked her series. There was a lot of, but they're all Canadian, so they were all filmed in Canada up in
Yeah.
Vancouver.
But any final
actually. There was-
things
Now, is there-
with the thing?
I just got to say, if there is any truth that Zack Snyder was being brought in, or the secret that they're bringing in, it wasn't James Gunn's choice. It
Well,
was
they
not
worked
James
together
Gunn's
years
choice.
ago. I guess they are
Years
friends.
ago.
So they've, yeah.
But
Years
but
ago.
we're dealing with Gunn. We're talking about Gunn's ego.
Exactly.
This is Gunn's ego. He wants this his
Exactly.
way. And he doesn't want Schneider because he's a quote unquote old guard. He doesn't want that coming in to pollute or overshadow him, because any hint that Zack Schneider's in there, you're going to have people like Jason going out there bonkers saying, finally, WB is coming to its senses. They're bringing back what makes your DCEU good. And
Yeah.
James Gunn can't handle that. So, in a nutshell, we are going to see within 2.5 years, because it was 2.5 years ago I made this prediction, and we're starting to see it. Going to happen.
Yep.
Do not be disparaged if it seems like it's not happening, or there's still this crap coming out. Well, of course, it's always darkest before the dawn. They always try to do one last huzzah to see, out of desperation. And also, there's been so many projects that's been being worked on for how long that well, it's
Exactly.
too late to change it, and they're coming out now, and they still have the old fingerprints on it. So don't feel like we're losing. We are winning, and part of that, I'm going to sit back and say it. People might hate me for saying it. Thank you, President Trump, because you made a lot of people not afraid to really voice what they feel.
Exactly. Exactly. Well said, Baron, and I
Mm-hmm.
do agree with you a lot on that. And we are seeing a little change here and there. Of course, it's still
Mm-hmm.
a little bit baby steps here and there. Some other
Yeah.
places a little bit more than baby steps, but I
Mm-hmm.
do believe there will be a big change at some point, and it's we're getting there. It's good, and
Yep.
we can finally be more positive about certain stuff. So
Right.
we are also going to talk about this because we did talk about that, and we're going to talk about one of the other main topics for tonight, and that is Andor season 2. Unfortunately, Cash Money is not here, the guy who basically made me rewatch Andor season 1, and I figured out that I didn't hate the show as much as I did before. I changed my mind a little bit on the show. I do enjoy it for what it is. I think it's a really decent show. And I will say this is that, you can let the guy who does Andor, do more Star Wars projects. Even though there are certain stuff that I wish that he did in Andor season 1, making the guns look a little bit more like Star Warsy, having a little bit more Star Wars music,
Yeah.
and some outfits look a little bit more Star Warsy and not too much real life. And also adding back, of course, the classical Star Wars faders, because again,
Mm-hmm.
for me and you,
Yeah.
Baron, as old school Star Wars fans, the faders are important in the movies and
Yeah.
TV shows too. It's a classic thing for
Trans
Star Wars.
well, the
Very much so.
transitions exactly. They have a certain style of transition that was just Star Wars. That's what it goes.
Exactly.
You know,
But
yeah.
overall, with that, really great show. And who on this panel has seen the Andor show here?
I watched most of it.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
haven't
watched
finished it
it.
yet.
Tom, Baron,
I have not, believe it or not. I
do
just
you
was
want to
having
watch
such
it?
an avert. Now I do. Yeah, I do want to see. Oh, I want to see Andor season 1. Cash praises highly. Like you said, you changed your opinion a bit on that one. And yeah,
Yeah,
I like to, and I agree with you. I don't want people going around where it's not even any cosmetics done to a Kalishnikov. I know that's the one thing they took real weapons for Star Wars, and spruced them up a bit. The Sterling Mark 7 for the stormtroopers, uh, and even the rebels, a cut down version of the dummy props. The C-96 broom handle Mauser for Han Solo and Luke. Uh, all across the board, these were all real firearms that they did not make look like or cosmetic enough that they look fantasy or science fantasy enough to be in this. I don't want to see Kalishnik. They said, well, they did it for the original movies. Yeah, but they did something to make them not quite look like it. You made these guys look like they came uh, out of the
yeah,
jungles of Venezuela doing the guerrilla warfare. It's like,
exactly. And
The
also, I
only
want to say, you know
thing,
what? I also before the stream today, I did rewatch Rogue One again after
hmm
such a
well,
long time. And I actually did change my opinion a little bit on Rogue One.
oh,
really.
Yes, I just do enjoy it, a lot more than I used to. Still certain things here and there that I'm like, it still grabs a little bit with me, like, but overall, it's not a terrible movie overall. It is,
No.
it's enjoyable. The action is fun. The characters are fun, and of course, Andor is in it, and I do like Andor.
well,
And after watching season 1 of Andor, and now finally rewatching Rogue One after that, I'm like, you know what? I like Rogue One for what it is. Could have been a lot better. Could have fixed some parts here and there, but other than that, it's the best film that Disney has done with the Star Wars movies.
it's a good
Um,
one in between the prequels and then, well, as they call it now, A New Hope. That's a good. It filled in gaps that connected the two.
to a
Like,
certain
oh,
point,
okay,
it did destroy certain gaps here and there and made it a little bit, you're kind of destroying all the continuity a little
but
bit here and there of certain parts. But overall, if I just ignore that part, it's a overall really decent movie.
The only thing about that, though, I can say is we know the ending of the movie. You're like, how many seasons can you do of Andor? Because you know his
I
demise
think
in the
season
end, or
2
what's
is
gonna,
gonna be the
you know,
last one. I
yeah.
think
Because
it's
you
gonna
know
be
what
the
happens
last
at Rogue
one.
One. You're like, okay, we know what
Because
happens
I
to him.
do
It's kind
think they're doing
of,
some time skipping in the show also
yeah,
to build it up
yeah,
to the
yeah.
Rogue One movie. But we are gonna watch the trailer of season 2. I've seen it once before, so I'm just gonna say this. I don't like the music, but other than the music, I do enjoy the trailer.
Oh, I hate when they do that with the music. Enough already.
But we do not own this. Everything goes, to Disney, Lucasfilm, all of those people. All the rights goes to you. If you are gonna sue someone, we always have Hashi you can sue, and if you can't sue him, we always have Kilted you can sue. That's okay,
Yeah.
because he trashes my movie taste, so it's okay that you sue him.
Mhm.
So let's get into the trailer then.
We're in a war. You want to fight?
Like, again, I don't like the music so much, but I do like the other parts, of course. And here we have the harvest. I know what Steve wants to say every time you see some harvest stuff. So Steve, you're out there, fuck you, but you're a good guy.
Wow.
Or you want to win?
Okay, the action looks great. The visual effects looks great.
Let the world turn around. All our hopes have come to be.
That's one of the Skarsgårds, the father to the Bill Skarsgård and the others. The Skarsgårds are taking over, they're doing a lot of stuff.
The revolution starts now.
I do like that though.
What a swell party this is.
Like, again, the visual effects are really good in this one. It's like, Disney, this is more what we want to see a lot more of. And actually something that looks good and have good action. And at least,
What are you
it
talking
has
about? We want witches singing and stuff like that. We want more of that. And
I want
No.
dinosaurs like they promised me for the High Republic.
Yeah, right.
I want
no.
Shield. Where the
Dinosaurs
hell
with-
is Shield?
And I have to say, I really enjoy Andor. I used to hate Andor. I used to hate this character. And goddamn, I just changed my mind. And it's allowed to change minds sometimes. Sometimes, you can be really critical on something. And then, some years can pass. And then suddenly you rewatch something or something again. And just like, you know what? Maybe I was a little bit too harsh on it, And I know there are some people out there who's gonna call us, shills, and we're just bad as the shills because, we like certain stuff that Disney is involved with when it comes to Star Wars. It's like, yeah, whatever, we don't care. If they do something good and something people do actually enjoy, we will give them praise if we like it. We will give them praise
Yeah.
when they
just
deserve
like what we
it.
like.
Well,
You're allowed to
yeah.
do that. It's
Well, it comes down to the thing: you reward them for what they do wrong, and you punish them for what they did wrong. No, you let me try this. You reward them when they do right, and you punish them when they do wrong. And the thing is they've done more wrong than good, so obviously they got punished. But now they, coming up with something good, it's like, well, no, this is a time where we actually should sit back and say, finally, something good, and that sends those messages that, oh, they like this,
Exactly.
they don't like that, but.
Exactly. Like this is what we want. This is what we want to see more of. And I think, even though the guy who does Andor and everything else around that universe with Andor and Rogue One and stuff, it's like, yes, I understand. I've been critical that he's not a big Star Wars fan. I've been really critical about that. But after seeing his work, I'm like, It's okay. I still hate that he's not a fan of Star Wars in general,
Mm-hmm.
but at least he has like a vision of what he's doing. At least he has a vision that a lot of the other
Mm-hmm.
people in Disney Wars are lacking, and that is having an
Right.
ID, having a continuity of stuff you want to do, and having this vision. And I think he actually has a really decent vision of this. And I wish, he was more in charge on certain stuff, and you get someone else who cares about Star Wars, and you have the Andor guy with, and working together and actually doing something. It's not you have this guy right
Mm-hmm.
here, you have other people who can do a great job, and just, I can see a vision actually going on, right? But no,
All right.
Star Wars will not be redeemed either way. It's still too destroyed. It's too late. But we
Yeah.
still will give them credit for the stuff they're doing right. I have
Kathleen
given them
Kennedy's still in charge.
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
For
Right.
Um,
now,
And
she
she's
might
not
be
the only problem.
retiring. She might be
Nope.
Yeah.
leaving this
Well,
year, though. Remember,
Nope.
so
no,
Nope.
no,
She's
no.
not.
I heard that she was leaving since I was 19 years old.
yeah,
It's
but it's
always the same
really
thing.
out in the forefront
No, no,
as
No.
of
no, no,
this
no.
week.
No. No.
So
No.
It came an other
Nope.
article right after that talked about it
Already
again.
been
That
debunked.
she was not leaving.
And
So
she will.
more
She
recently,
will.
she came
Favreau
out
can take
today.
over.
No, she's. What did you say?
Favreau can take over. I want
Oh.
him to take over.
well, he won't. It'll
He
be
won't.
Filoni.
He won't. Kathleen
Ugh.
Kennedy's not going anywhere until she feels like it. She's already came out and made a
exactly.
statement, and she's only leaving if she can pick her successor, which means it's gonna be shit forever.
Well, not only that, there's still all those that she brought in before. So
Uh-huh.
I mean, you have to take into account David Filoni. You have to take into
Mm.
account all Headland, lesbian Headland.
Yeah, she
Um,
left Star Wars though.
Oh
She
God!
yeah,
left.
but the point is these are
Thank
people
God
that
for
she's
small
brought
favors,
in, and
man.
there's people like that still around in there. So,
Yep.
she's first of all, we got to go to the top. Iger is the main problem. Then
Yep.
is Kathleen Kennedy, and she has a lot of blame because she's the one that brought in the quote
And
unquote
again, you
talent.
have to remove
And
a lot of those people to
mhm,
get the product you want. You need to
right,
remove a lot of those people. I would say, let Troy stay. Of course, the guy who does Andor, let him stay. Let some of
hmm
the people who actually have done some decent stuff in
That motherfucker
the
fucking all over the place.
of this universe that is so messy right now, but keep the people there who actually cares, who actually wants to do stories and actually doesn't want to do agenda-driven stuff like Andor and other stuff, and get the new people who understands the universe and cares about the universe and focus on, just let's get away from everything that has to do with the prequels, with the sequel, with the original trilogy, even the sequels. So just get away from everything like that, and let's just focus on many other stories on the side, new stories here and there. It's a big universe. Again,
And we're all
get
really puny. We're just tiny little specks about the size of Mickey Rooney. Oh, wait.
and go back to the past, go back more into the future, go into the future, do side stories, and like they've done with Andor. I think Andor is a good example of what they should continue with, in my opinion. Stuff like
hmm
that. And before we get, more into the trailer, I do want to say hail to Christian DeLore Vinyl Revival. If you haven't, please subscribe to his Rumble channel, where we talk about music, original music, the artists and the bands and everything that we talk about. Great guy, great brother. I love him a lot. He's an amazing guy. His shows are amazing. You should, watch them. And I will get you the thumbnail. I will try to start tomorrow on it, because I am his editor with thumbnails and intros and stuff like that. So I will fix it. So it's gonna happen. But so far, what you guys think of the trailer so far, other than the music with the
oh,
visuals, like how
that
they're
ruins it.
doing it?
The music ruins it.
I know the music is the problem, but just let's forget about the music for a while. Do you think this trailer can sell you, no matter the music, but with the visuals and what they're trying to tell with the trailer?
Well, they got some nice visuals.
I'm
Um,
gonna be the opposite of you guys. I actually don't mind the music because it's something different. Like you said, you wanted something different. Trey said, "Well, let's try something,"
Mm,
you know. And it
I don't
doesn't
want
always
this.
have to be Star. I mean, I know you
Yes, it
want
has.
traditional,
It
but
has
no,
to
no,
be
no,
a
no,
little
no,
bit
no, no, no,
to
no.
get. We might disagree on that. I wish it was Star Wars music. I think that will fit a lot more. Not this modernized music. I think if they added in more the epic music of Star Wars, it would have sold a little bit better. But we're
I say save
ignoring the
those for the
music
films.
now.
Save those for the films.
so
Save those for the
here's
films.
what I'm gathering from the trailer and the style of music. They're trying to go with, especially with the camera angles when the ship like blew up or whatever that caravan was. It feels like they're going for that, I guess, 60s. Um, um, shit. What word am I looking for? The old helicopter, going across the whatever and shooting everything and like Creedence Clearwater Revival. The
Okay,
God
yeah, yeah,
damn
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
the
I can see what you come from. I can see that. Yeah.
like the actual activist music, the anti-war music, and all that other stuff. The guerrilla music, like the
Devil
cliche
Symphony,
style of
Rolling
music.
Stones.
Yeah, the cliche style of music that you see in
Yeah.
every single solitary war reenactment, period
Mhm.
piece movie. I think that's the
But
style they're going to. It sounds different, but I feel like that's the style they're going to. And okay, it doesn't feel like Star Wars, but maybe they're putting a Star Wars tinge into it. I don't know. I like. I don't think that song is going to be in the show. I could be wrong, but we'll see.
I hope not.
yeah.
Mm.
But Tom, you for this sells you to like you want to watch it.
I, I didn't mind the first series. It was a lot better than like Kenobi and all those ones. Of course, we all
It's
know
a
that.
low,
Um,
low bar.
Because
that's a
Andor
very low
has a
bar.
vision at least. It has a vision.
But
It has great visuals, great
Yeah.
fights,
to
great
me, we just know
story.
how it's going to end. We know how he ends, so we
Yeah,
know that
well, I
it's
mean,
like
we knew
I'm
how
just
Rogue One was
waiting.
gonna. People knew how Rogue One was gonna end, and they loved it. People
Yeah.
liked
Oh no,
that
but I
movie.
love Rogue One.
The
I
thing
love
with
Rogue
Rogue
One. It's
One
so good.
is that originally they were not gonna die originally,
Yeah.
and the story was a lot bit different also because the main character, she was supposed to have Jedi powers, because her mother was originally a Jedi in hiding, and that
Yeah.
was the original thing why she gets the white kyber crystal from her mother.
I mean,
Um,
if you want to get real technical, people knew the ending of Oppenheimer, but it was still made $1 billion. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Cash Money did stand up and start screaming USA, USA when the bomb went off.
yeah, exactly. But originally they were not
but
supposed to die, but
I
they
still
had
enjoyed the
to.
series. So
yeah,
Yeah,
I still enjoyed the series. So I mean, I'm looking
yeah,
forward to it. I will watch it 100%. So,
yeah. Same here.
it's like
I'm gonna
foreplay.
watch it.
It's you have to enjoy the journey, even though you know how it's going to end.
Yeah,
exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't
No.
mind
Exactly.
even if I know how it's gonna end. Like if characters die, I know it doesn't ruin it for me. It's only how are you gonna do it before you're dead?
How do
How
you
are you
get there?
gonna
How do you get
how
there?
do you
Yeah.
get there? Are you gonna do a proper job getting there? And all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
after rewatching Rogue One and also watched Andor season 1 again, it is understandable the way they are doing it. At least with Troy. So
Yeah.
what about you, Kilted and Baron? Does it look like you want to watch it? Like, does it sell you a little?
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
going to watch it.
yeah, it looks like what Star Wars should be, and uh, this is being done by someone who obviously, yeah, like you said, it's not a Star Wars fan, but that doesn't matter. Just like Nick Myers and Harv Bennett were Star Trek fans, but look what they did. They studied,
Mm.
they found out, they learned what that was all about, and they banged out some of the best Star Trek in the motion picture forms. This guy not knowing about Star Wars but willing to learn about it is probably the big high point of why Rogue One turned out, as everyone sits back and says, usually when it comes to the Disney Star Wars, that's their favorite normally, is what they'll
Yeah,
say.
it's the best movie they
And
did.
yeah,
The
and
one
then
who
of
did the
course,
best.
right, and of course, Andor, the first season of Andor being, obviously popular enough to bring it back. This not, I mean, they're not bringing back another Obi-Wan. They're not bringing back another acolyte. They're not bringing back another skeleton crew. They're not bringing back, But this one, yeah, this one had enough of an impact, which is getting closer to what Star Wars is about.
I'll,
And
I'll
it's like
take
here's
I'll take
here's the thing.
Skeleton Crew season 2 over over what's that stupid Ahsoka season 2. I'll take
Oh
Skeleton
yeah,
Crew season 2 over Ahsoka season 2.
I yeah,
Oh,
I
I,
heard,
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to, I,
and
I
that's
want
what
a
a lot of people
Skeleton
say
Crew
too.
season 2. I want a Skeleton
Yeah.
season 2.
Oh yeah, I
I
mean,
know.
I'm not,
I
I'm not
enjoyed
even worried about
it
that, but
enough.
Same
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
I
I've
enjoyed
heard.
Skeleton Crew
Yeah.
enough
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, and it's not a slight. It's not a slight to them, to Skeleton Crew, because I know a lot of people like that, but
Except for
doesn't
that
sound
last
like they're going to do
episode.
another one.
Ugh.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
but
that's
let's continue with the trailer and get done with the trailer.
get done.
Like again, I
Oh,
like
it
the
gets-
visuals.
Oh, the
Yeah, the
music
visuals
gets
are good.
worse. It's too.
Yeah, I know the music is not the best
It's
for
like-
it.
I
I
like the
know, I do
hard part
agree
at the
with.
beginning, but it's getting a
all
little
I can
corny as you
say
go on.
is that my life is
Yeah,
pretty strange.
but I agree with the
Like,
music.
it's too.
Hey, it's a great song. Love my life.
Remember this moment. You're here. You're right here, and you're ready to fight.
Oh, the music is not the best for it, but
I
overall,
like the start of the music, but it gets bad at the end.
Yeah.
It's like they make it
Yeah,
a little goofy
but-
at the end. Yeah.
either way, the trailer sold me. It looks like what I want and what I expect from the show. I am heavily looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun to watch, in my opinion. And if people want to call me a goddamn shill because I like Andor, fuck you.
shill.
Couldn't care less. Yeah, I like Rebel Moon, so I'm used to it.
People don't like what they like, and they don't like what they don't like. Anybody that makes comments to somebody
Exactly.
else what they like, they're
Look at
idiots.
Tom.
It's
He
like,
likes Halo.
Exactly.
But no, I'm actually excited for this. Not gonna lie, I am really excited for this. It's gonna be enjoyment to watch for me, at least. The music didn't sell me, but overall the trailer sold me. That's the final stuff I have to say about it. What about you guys?
Well, the visuals look good. It makes I want to watch the original Andor, and I want to see this one and see how they follow through. So, and the thing is,
Yep.
Andor wasn't my
Yep.
favorite character, but what the hell,
No, Andor was not my favorite character, and he's still not my favorite character. But after watching Andor season 1, he became one of the characters I actually fucking like in this
Mhm.
universe now. Like even though I know how he ends, I like his character a lot. I like the actor Diego Luna.
Well, the
Such
funny
a
thing is they've made so
fantastic
many
actor.
Well, they've made so many bad characters in this run with all with any under Disney that there's not many characters to like. I mean, I like first season Mando. That Mando I like. I would go on blah blah blah. But I mean, and we liked Finn, but they messed him up. But besides that, what
Oh, big
characters do
fan.
they make that are redeemable? They're like, So,
Mhm.
Yep. No, any final thoughts, guys, on this?
yeah.
No, I think it's pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it could be good. It might be something that again, Disney does right for once, or close to right.
Yeah.
So,
I'll be honest.
it's not going to save it. It's not going to save them.
I'm burnt out on Star Wars. I'm burnt out on Marvel. I'm burnt out on something. I honestly
Yeah.
don't care either way. It's like, whatever.
Yeah. No, I
and
totally
that's just
understand
you're
that.
getting the fatigue. You're getting the fatigue. So
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so at least we have something to look forward to and watch for a lot of people. And yeah, I have one more last Star Wars article, and then we're gonna jump to the Woman that got canceled, and that's gonna be read by you, Kilted. We're
But
saving that for you.
Studios closing. Yeah.
what?
I can't read right now.
Really?
I'm sorry. I'm just
He's not
no.
sorry, folks.
No problem.
I
will let
like.
Baron do it.
Just let's just say I almost didn't pop in tonight. All right. So
Yeah,
just
no
I
problem,
just
man.
want to
No
hang out.
problem. Yeah,
I just
yeah,
want to
no
hang out and
problem.
chit chat, y'all.
Then I will let Baron do it.
Thank you.
No problem, because Cash is not here. You can blame him.
Oh, I always do.
Yep. But one thing I also want to talk about, and I hopefully they're gonna probably gonna do this in Norway too, because they have done it every year. And that is we have Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith returning to theaters for the 20th anniversary, and I am excited for it. I know there are people out there who's gonna trash and say, "Oh, don't go to the cinema, don't do this. You're gonna be chill. You're gonna sell out. Blah blah. Shut the fuck up too." For a lot of other people out there, that has kids, and you have certain people that didn't get to experience this in cinema, let them go to the cinema and watch something they like, and also you will show them, show this that this is what you want, go and watch these movies if you get
Be
my
right back.
point. Baron,
I don't
me and
know many
Baron,
people that would say that though. Like, don't go. I mean, not to my knowledge.
there
Oh,
is
they are.
many, there is many, I've seen so
There is.
many.
But
And
these were good films. I enjoyed them then. I know they got hate then. I like them. I like them. I mean, they're not the original three, but they were still very solid, amazing films. I like them. So, and
Well, a lot
I
of
went to the theater to see them. So,
well, the reason why they don't want you to go see it because it's Disney. You're giving money to Disney. Out there, you give money to Disney.
yeah.
So.
yeah, but I'm gonna say to people, go watch it if you are a fan of the George Lucas era of Star Wars and you
Oh,
do
yeah.
like these movies. Go and watch it, and if you have kids that have never gotten to experience Star Wars, this is a good point to take them to cinema and show them, Star Wars and all that.
Yeah.
And it's like for me, I never got to experience, the original trilogy in cinema because I wasn't born at the time. But I have watched them later on, in cinema and, the anniversary stuff and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, it was just such a joy to like get to watch a lot of this in the cinema instead of just watching it at home. Because, yes, I was not there, when it first came out, but at least I got to, experience it in cinema and, good quality and everything, having a great time, and it's worth it, So I'm really looking forward to this because Norway's doing the same thing every time they do an anniversary. Uh, so I'm absolutely gonna go and watch it when it comes out here too for the anniversary. And I think there's a lot of people who is gonna do this for the people who wants to travel to the cinema, even though it is a little bit expensive now to go to the cinema. The prices goes up, but if this is something you really like, it is worth it to a certain point, in my opinion. And I know that my local cinema, they always follow America when it comes to like, anniversaries and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm probably gonna go to my local cinema again and support them too and watch this movie.
Down with you. Like, I mean, I don't know if I go to this because money. I'm just poor right now. But I used to, when I was working, I used to go to like 20 movies a year, being a lover of filmmaking. And seeing movies like this on the big screen is an experience. You have to do it. And as you said, bring your
Yep.
family, bring your kids. I actually went to the original Star Wars, Empire, all of them. I've been to them all at the big theater. I grew
Yep.
up with it. And it's an experience that you'll never forget. You're like, wow. And
Exactly.
no,
And
you know,
and again, for me, the first time I ever saw Star Wars in the cinema was Revenge of the Sith. That was the first time I got to
Mhm.
experience a Star Wars movie in the cinema. All the other movies, it was VHRs and DVDs and stuff like that as a kid. But this was the first time I ever got to go to cinema. And I remember watching it on premiere day. And it was my babysitter who was with me when I was watching it. And I
Mhm.
remember I was so hyped, so excited to watch this movie. I could not sit still in the cinema because I was so excited when when I saw Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting. I was like, oh, I knew that Anakin, of course, was going to become Darth Vader because I've seen, the original trilogy. But I still, my mind was just like, come on, Anakin, kill Obi-Wan, beat him, because I just wanted that raw pureness. I was so excited at that time when I first got to watch it. and I'm gonna go and watch it again and experiencing this in cinema again. It's gonna be a fantastic joy, in my opinion. And we have Joe Atmosphere in the chat. Hail to you, brother. Hell yeah, best of the prequels. Gotta go. Was in line on the front page of She Report First Times, first
Okay,
show,
no, no,
first
no, no, no,
day.
no, no. Stop, 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 stop. Shreveport.
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 Yeah, Shreveport.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Shreveport.
Sorry. Yeah. Shreveport. Happy? Goddamn.
Yes, yes, I am.
I'm still gonna be nice to you to a certain point. You talked good about my music today. Uh, but episode 3 is coming back to the big screen for a limited 1 week run, and I know Norway normally does the same thing, including its first ever 4DX release. Theatrical re-release details: the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith will return to theaters on April 25th, 2025, marking the 20th anniversary of the film's debut. The re-release will run for 1 week in selected theaters in the US and international markets. For the first time, fans can experience Episode 3 in 4DX, a format that integrates motion synchronized seats with more than 21 effects, including wind, water. You can also stuff like that. I don't care much about that, but this upgrades add new dimension to key moments, from space over Coruscant to the duel of Anakin and Obi-Wan on Mustafar. And I do want to say, what do you guys think of the poster they're using?
I like it.
I don't mind it too much.
No, no, it's not bad. Looks
I like it.
AI, but it doesn't look bad.
It does look a little bit AI, but it's not bad. It's not too horrible. But yeah, they just talk a little bit about cast and the story, and we already know the story about the goddamn movie. But
It's the
what do you
birth of
guys
the
think?
Vader, so it's like
Yeah, what do you
that's the
guys
birth
think?
of
You think
Vader.
this is great? Do you think people should go and watch it? And
Yeah.
what is your opinions on the people that say that if you go to the cinema and they say, "Oh, you're selling out to Disney, you're this, you're that." We're gonna start with you, Baron. What's your thoughts about that for the people who says that don't go watch it in the cinema?
Well, I kind of already said it, but I'll say it again. F you, because again, this was done before Disney, and if Disney gets a message that this is the thing that people are popular, that's popular to people, that the people want, it's a way to, basically fist them up the A, you might say, and get
Wow.
without lubrication. I mean, really, honestly, because their other stuff is going crapola. It's not getting big response. But here, a 20-year-old film done by that horrible George Lucas that we've been trying to get away from has such a great turnout. Go see it in the theater, anyways. It should be seen in the theater. All 6 Star Wars films need to be seen in the theater. Honestly,
Yep.
so do it. Don't hold back. This is 20 years of the last
Yeah.
of great Star Wars movie.
Exactly. And let's go to you, Tom.
Depending if I can afford it, yes, we will see. I would like to see it again. I mean, I've seen
Yeah.
them all. I've seen all 9. Yes, I know the other 3 don't exist, but I did see them there because, well, I'm just crazy and stupid. But yeah, no, these are meant to be experienced. Especially, I agree with what you said. If you're a father that has a young child and they've never experienced something like this before, you have to take them in
Mhm.
because it's an experience to see these effects, to see the storytelling, and just to see. I mean, it's brilliant. It has to be seen in the theater because there's no experience. It's an experience. So, and I'll have a question for everybody in the panel after we're done here, about something. But yeah, no, this
Yep.
wasn't my favorite of them all, but it was still of the good series of the 6. So the first 6, yes, any chance to see any of them in the theater, 100%, 100%.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. And when they're doing it here in Norway, I am gonna ask. I'm gonna see if I can bring my father too, because my dad is a big Star Wars fan, and he's the one who got me into Star Wars. So I'm gonna make him join me, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun because that's gonna be the first time in a long time he has seen Star Wars in the cinema, right? So it's gonna be
Yeah.
a good bonding moment again, father and son finally going to watch Star Wars in the cinema again, and having a great time together.
Yeah.
What
Big
about you,
buckets of
Kilted?
popcorn.
Yeah, right. Your view, Kilted, on the people who says this kind of stuff and shit.
Calling
He
people
is one
silly
that
for
does
going to watch a movie?
Yeah,
Fuck them.
exactly.
I've never been overly concerned about being called names. Like if I enjoy something, I'm going to say it. Just like I've always here. I'm going to go into everything with an open mind. If I enjoy it, I'm going to watch it. If I don't, I'm going to say it. But you're talking about one like the prequel trilogy, with regardless of whether you think it has flaws or not, was far. I mean, I'm not even going to compare it to Disney's slop. It was fun. It was
Yeah.
well written. I mean, it told a great story, the culmination of how Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader. So many people enjoyed it, especially at the time, even with Jar Jar Binks and all that is nonsense and
Misa,
stuff.
your
It was,
friend.
oh, I hate you so much. I mean, I, I was one of the people that was in line, sleeping on a cot all night long for episode one. For episode 2, showed up a few hours early. Episode 3, I walked up, bought my tickets, went home, waited for the showing. So it kind of went down from there, diminishing returns and everything. But episode 1 was an event for a lot of people, for me, and
A
it
lot
that
of
carried on
kids, a
into
lot
the
of
other
kids
2
and grown-ups
episodes.
were super excited for
Oh, I
this, you
was
know.
oh, it was
Mm.
outstanding. I wish I had. I have a video. I have VHS camcorder video of standing in line that night. It was great. We don't get that
Yeah.
anymore. So
No, we don't.
some chuckle schmuck out there that wants to call people shills and oh, you're giving money to Disney. I don't care. I just don't. Those
Exactly.
movies meant something to a lot of people growing up, just like the original trilogy means so much to me
Exactly.
because that was my introduction. So
And
go,
it's a
go
big part
call the
of
names
your
all
what
you
stuff
want
do you
to.
like, and
Find something you like and enjoy it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. You know,
Mhm.
if you don't
yeah.
like it, I know if I don't like it, I'm going to be very exceptionally vocal about it. But
Yeah,
everybody
no,
like why
You
no,
never know.
I
don't be
agree
worried.
with
Like
you,
so
you
many
know.
people are worried about it's like, oh my god, they called me names. They're so toxic. How can these toxic man babies just call me that? It's like, bitch, if you like it, just go like it and stop caring what essentially schmucks like me point and laugh and make fun of you. Believe me,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
going to do
exactly.
something and say something that you can point and laugh and make fun of me too. So let's get in on the party.
No, exactly. And it is the same thing, I have the same feeling with, people who say you don't buy the books and comics that has the legends on it. And it's like, yes, for me, I wish I could buy the originals that doesn't have it, of course.
Mhm.
Well, I think that's more of an
Mm,
aesthetical choice, like a nostalgic
Yeah.
choice. Okay,
yeah,
so it's like people can go, you
no,
can go
but for
back out
me,
there and get
you
the
know,
reprints of all kinds of stuff, and they'll have different covers and all this other stuff. But if you're really nostalgic and you want to go back and get the original first printing, so like that,
Mhm.
I don't think that's like I know what you mean,
no,
but you know what I
yeah, no,
mean.
no, no. For me, it's like, I don't want the Disney trademark on them.
Nah, that
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, just me that's just me. That's
Mhm.
just me personally, right?
It's the mark of the
Yeah.
beast.
Yes.
But again, it's really hard to find the older prints these days. And if you find them,
At least for a
most of the books
reasonable
are
price.
and a lot of them, are not well handled and have like rips and small things here and there.
That's
Um,
character. It's got life. It's been loved.
yeah, I know
So,
exactly
no,
that. But I'm also talking, about that and all the prices. So it's really hard, to get all that you want. So
I wonder.
sometimes you just have to, when you go to a comic book store and you just have to buy that the thing that has the Disney on it and legends on it,
I
even
got a
if you like
couple
it or
of
not.
I got a
But
couple of local secondhand bookstores in my
yeah,
Mhm.
area.
but it's like
Just
I have
saying,
books and
in case
comics that
not listening.
I have books and comics that doesn't have legends on it, and then I have a couple that has legends on it. It's like, yeah, in the beginning I'm like, I don't want to buy all this with that has legends on it, but I'm like, what's more important? Finally getting to read the story, or thinking too much about what stands on the front, legends or not? What's more important to me? What's more important to me is actually reading the goddamn fucking story, because I
Mhm.
want to read the story. That's more important to me. But the same people that says that you don't go to any viewings of the original Star Wars stuff because you're giving Disney money, you're selling out, you're selling your soul to Disney if you do that. They're saying the same stuff about books and comics, and I just want to say again, no, no, I don't feel that way. I want to read the books, I want to read the comics because I love this. I love the original universe of Star Wars. I love reading it. I love watching it. So we just have to do what we want to fucking do.
I'm just gonna. Can I say this? I actually didn't answer that question quite clear. To those people, the people you're mentioning, bite my ass. Like seriously, what the hell? I'm gonna like what I like, and I do it. And you know me, I like stuff that most people don't like. Sometimes, like I never understood this. Like, oh, it's done by yeah. I mean, I understand Disney's ruined it, but I'm still gonna watch it. I don't care. I mean, I'm not worried about that. Like it's you don't like what you like and just enjoy your life. Don't care what other people think. I never have, never will. I never understand that living to to cater to other people. Like I gotta make you happy. No, I don't give a shit. For somebody I don't know. And even people I do
Yeah.
know. I'm so no, it's stupid. And but let
Yeah.
me ask one question to everybody in the panel first. Since we're
42.
talking about that's I always thought it was 7. What's your favorite Star Wars film you each seen in the theater? The one film, if you could pick one of
I have
them
I
out of
For me, the first Star Wars film I ever got to see in the cinema. Again, for me, the way I view the whole movies is that I can't pick one. That's my favorite movie. I can never, because for
but if you
me,
could.
I never do, because I have my reasons of why I like them and how I view them. For me, the first trilogy is one full movie. Like you can just paste them all together, and I will watch, all the hours of it, because I view it as a whole chapter, which is three skipped to three movies. Um, and same, I do the same with the prequel trilogy, but if I'm gonna pick, it can go really variated because how it's paced, how it's written, how it's shot. Um, but for me, the best time I've ever had, because I have seen the original trilogy also, of course, on cinema later on in life. But I will always say, Revenge of the Sith will like be my favorite experience,
It has something special to
because
you. Okay, yeah, that makes
yeah,
sense. Yeah.
because it was the first time I ever got to see Star Wars in the cinema. The ever first
Mm.
time I got to. Even though I love all the movies equally. But when it comes to that, it's more special to me. Revenge of the Sith is really special to me, not just because I like the movie, but because of the history with the movie for me. So I'm gonna say Revenge of the Sith was my most amazing experience at the cinema with Star Wars.
So for me, I know I didn't see A New Hope because I was 3. I can't honestly recall if I saw Empire Strikes Back in the theater or not. I know I saw Return of the Jedi in the theater because I remember standing out in line with the line wrapped around from the theater all the way down around the corner of Winn-Dixie in New Orleans or in Metairie. So it's either that or Episode 1. And I can honestly say that Episode 1 meant a lot because it was Star Wars is back. After so many years, George Lucas came
Yeah.
back. Star Wars Episode 1, we get to see it, and the hair, I get goosebumps just thinking about. Anytime I think about the dun, and just that opening Star Wars shows up on the
Yeah,
screen,
yeah, the
and you
opening,
get hit
yeah.
right in the chest with that music. It's like every single time. If you're in the theater, you experience that. It's a beautiful thing, despite the
Yes.
fact that the Disney trilogy was followed by shit came after that, but it was still that one moment. But it's between episode 1. It's between Episode 1 and Return of the Jedi, and I think Episode 1 will take it because of everything surrounding it, the atmosphere, the fandom just coming together, standing in line, a bunch of lunatics standing out in line, getting in line at 10 o'clock at night, or
Okay.
Just to
just
be
like
ready for the movie.
just to wait for, like, I can't even remember because we were out in line just all night into the next day. Everybody's getting breakfast, everybody's eating lunch, just goofing off, playing games, having a good old time, playing some music here and there. Just the
I miss those days.
spectacle of it all. So for me, I would have to say the experience behind it would have to be episode 1.
Yeah. It's understandable though at the time and how much it means to people and everything like that. So I do totally understand you, and I'm fucking jealous that you got to experience that because dude, that's something I would love to experience.
It was something. It really was. And no, I didn't go see the pre-releases before the special releases when they came out in 96. I didn't do that. I didn't.
And what
And
about you, Baron?
I don't think Jason caught the whole idea that there are bookstores around here secondhand. If I knew what books you were looking for, but I don't know how much shipping cost to Norway is. Jesus.
Oh, shipping to Norway is gay. It's really
It's
gay.
lame and gay.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, it is. But now we can always talk privately about that, and see what we can manage to do.
Like I said, there's a couple of secondhand bookstores. There's Second in Charles, and then there's a more local one that's a possibility. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we can talk about it more privately. And what about you, Baron?
Well, it'd be the first Star Wars, known as Star Wars,
Yeah, before A New
1977.
Hope name.
Mhm.
1977.
Star Wars. Yeah,
I was 3.
I was a little older than that, thank goodness. And that was quite an experience. It was, Star Wars 77 is my favorite film too. I mean, that's not saying the other ones aren't good, but really, that's the one that set everything off.
Mhm.
That's the one that gave us what we have.
Now hold on, whoa, hold on, Baron. Tom didn't say what's your favorite film. What theatrical experience, like seeing it
That
in
one
the
too.
theater? Okay,
Yeah.
all right, just making sure.
Okay.
Like if we're gonna go favorites, I'm going Empire. We're going totally different.
Well, no, I'm also putting the fact as my favorite too.
Okay.
So it's nice and double. But yeah, I mean, experience, because I just remember went to at the time a multiplex. He died on 1, 2, 3, and I think it was before they turned into a fourth one. But the entire lobby was just so packed of people, and I was even recognizing people I knew that was in that horde that was going in there, and of course, just being with everybody for those opening scenes as a young lad. I was think I was around 7, 8 at the time, and it's like, boom! How can you not? A theater that's full, everyone's just excited watching. It was mind blowing. I'd love to do it again. I'd love to go back in time and go through that experience. Something that is a true blockbuster, because literally the lines went around the block.
Yep.
But it's also my
totally
favorite,
understandable.
too, along with everything else. So it's just how can that go wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. And totally understandable. And I'm still jealous, for your experience too. I wish I could have that experience. And I know that my dad would say the same as you, Baron, with that. Because he got to experience the first movie in the cinema. And he's told me about his experience. I'm just like, I want to punch you in the dick. I fucking hate you for, experiencing that. And I did not,
Well, yeah, I mean, it was an experience. I mean, everything is like, wow, can't believe this. It shaped my life. It really did. So, as odd as it
Yeah,
sounds.
no, exactly. Exactly. And any final thoughts? I know we were supposed to do the Wonder Woman game, but we're gonna skip that. We're gonna go to the last article because it is something that happened, with an actor and his wife and everything, and we need to talk about that.
I heard more information today. Oh gosh.
Yeah, so we are gonna talk about that.
Mind if I just say one thing? I'll just give mine
yes.
since everybody else did.
Oh yeah, I mean nobody's gonna let Tom. Yeah.
No, Tom, we don't care about.
We don't care about him.
Wow.
You only ask the question. You don't get the answer.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
just kidding,
I'm
Tom.
missing. I'm disappearing. I'm see-through.
Oh, what happened?
Cool.
What happened?
I don't
Let me try
know.
to fix it. No, it doesn't
That's all
work.
good.
There he is.
There we go.
No. Just quickly. Now I've seen A New Hope. I was about 5 when that one came out, so I vaguely remember it. I was like, but I knew it was fun. but not just because maybe it is why it's my favorite film of the film, but also the experience was Empire Strikes Back. Just I knew I was there with family and friends. We just the feeling of being there was, because you're like, after watching the first one, you're like, whoa, the buildup, and just everybody, your anticipation, your heart, you're pounding, and just the feeling of the atmosphere was amazing. It's palpable, and you're like, wow. And like you said, the lineups, it was packed, and you're going around and you're talking with friends, and you're waiting outside the film, and you have that for other films, but this experience was an experience. It was a true experience, and that just happens to be my favorite. It's not why, but the experience also was just amazing. The feeling was amazing that day. It's one of the few I remember going to the theater because it was just such an awesome time with friends and family. And again, not that's maybe that is why it's my favorite film, because of the experience I had with it as well. But just yeah, Empire, because it was the first one I vaguely remember being there. But again, I was only 5 at the time, 4 or 5, so I was still fairly young. I did go, but it was still, I'm like, yeah, but I could really enjoy it. I was a few years older, so yeah, that, and the experience was just going to the theater so young still, but old enough to remember, and it's like, wow, that experience just will stay with me to this day. It's just wow, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can totally understand that, and go and watch. What we can say, go and watch the hell out of the original Star Wars
Oh hell yeah!
franchise with the original 6 movies. Every time they come to the cinema, go and
100%,
watch the hell
100%.
out of them if you love that universe with a big passion.
And sneak in your
Don't
food. Sneak in your food.
sneak in your food and candy, whatever you want, and don't listen to I almost used the word I can't use anymore, but the idiots out there who says you cannot. Do not
Window
listen to them.
lickers, room temperature,
Exactly.
Paint chip.
eaters,
I call them paint. You know what I call them? Paint chip eaters, or
I call
now
them all-
Tide Pod
I
eaters.
call them all of the above.
Tide Pod eaters.
But
so, yeah.
that's our final talk about, Star Wars for today. And we are going to talk about something really sad that happened. And it is so sad to see there's so many actors and actresses just going away from the earth, just
Well,
disappearing. And it's
We lost a great one today. A legend.
yeah. We are gonna
Well, it was discovered.
yeah, we are gonna get to that topic with the actor.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't want anybody to spoil it, huh?
I know that's a reference for last night's stream.
Can I just say one thing? Miss Taskmaster! Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
But it's been so
my
many
Luther.
actors and actresses, it's really sad to see so many great people go. And we're gonna get into this. So Baron, you have the floor, and
Yes,
this is really crazy what just happened with this. It's wow. That came like a shock when we heard about this. So
Well,
Baron,
he was 95.
Well, no, I mean, yes and no. I mean, he's 95 years old. He's lived a long life, that's for sure. But a legend.
Yeah, but
still.
there's
but it is the
more,
how.
But
it's the more
circumstances.
information that came out today
Right.
in the investigation.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
this is a
saw that there
really.
was. Yeah, I saw that Santa Fe county came out and was talking about it. I wasn't able to see it because doing the show here. But this, of course, came from the BBC with the headline, of course, "Death of Hackman and his wife. Suspicious enough for investigation," police say. This is basically byline by Paul Glynn, cultural reporter for BBC. And there he is. You can even see Roy Scheider back there. Oscar-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife appear to have been dead for quite a while when the couple and their dog were found on Wednesday afternoon at their home in the U.S. state of New Mexico. Hackman, 95, was discovered in a side room near the kitchen of the house in Santa Fe, while his wife, Betsy Arakawa, okay.
Arakawa or something, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, a 65-year-old classical pianist was found in the bathroom. Before I go on, I kind of find this fascinating because when I first heard the story, they said she was 63. Later one that I saw, 64. Now it's 65. So I'm just going, okay, what's going on here? Authorities reported no sign signs of injury, but deemed the deaths suspicious enough to investigate and have not ruled out foul play. No cause of death was given. In a wide ranging career, Hackman won 2 Academy Awards for The French Connection and Unforgiven, both great films.
Hmm.
3 of Hackman's children from a previous marriage confirmed the death of their father and Miss Arakawa in a statement for the BBC. He was loved and admired by millions around the world for his brilliant acting career, but to us, he was always just dad and grandpa. We will miss him sorely and are devastated by the loss. Elizabeth, Leslie, and Annie Hackman said. Of course, this is your warning. The story contains details some readers may find upsetting. Okay, whatever. The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office confirmed the deaths on 26 February 2025, approximately 1:45 p.m. Santa Fe County Sheriff deputies were dispatched to an address on Old Sunset Trail in Hyde Park, where Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy and a dog were found deceased. The office said. And a news conference on Thursday afternoon, Sheriff Aiden Mendoza said, "It sounds like they had been deceased for quite a while, and I don't want to guess in reference to how long that was." He added, "There was no immediate sign of foul play. Haven't ruled that out yet. This is an investigation, so we're keeping everything on the table." A sheriff's detective who responded to the scene said that they believed the couple had been dead for some time because Ms. Arakawa's decomposition and mummification in the hands and feet. The male descendant also showed obvious signs of death similar and consistent with the female descendant, said the search warrant. Near Ms. Arakawa's head was a portable heater, which the detective determined could have been brought down in the event that she abruptly fell to the ground. Authorities say they have requested carbon monoxide and toxicology tests for both Hackman and his wife, and that the cause of death has not yet been determined as they await the results of the autopsy. A prescription bottle and scattered pills were on the bathroom countertop close to her body. The couple's German Shepherd dog was found dead in the bathroom closest near to Mrs. Arakawa. Hackman was discovered wearing gray tracksuit bottoms, a blue long sleeve T-shirt, and brown slippers. Sunglasses and a walking cane were next to his body. The detectives suspected that the actor had fallen suddenly. The circumstances of their death were suspicious enough in nature to require a thorough search and investigation, said the search warrant, because
It's understandable.
because the person who called emergency services found the front door of the property open. But the detective observed no sign of forced entry into the home. Nothing appeared out of place. Neither was there any indication that belongings had been rummaged through or that any item had been removed. 2 other healthy dogs were discovered roaming the property, one inside and one outside. The couple's 2,300 square foot ranch style home, part of a gated community, was valued at around $1 million, according to tax records. A local utility responded and found no sign of a gas leak in the area. The fire department detected no indication of a carbon monoxide leak or poisoning, according to the search warrant. The detective spoke at the scene to maintenance. Okay, let me try this again. My apologies. The detective
No
spoke
problem.
at the scene to maintenance workers, one of whom had called the emergency services. The 2 workers said they sometimes conducted routine work at property, but rarely ever saw the couple. I keep on forgetting that this is written the British style. They indicated that they communicated with them by phone and text, primarily with Ms. Arakawa. The 2 workers said they had contact with the couple 2 weeks beforehand. A recording of the 911 call obtained by the BBC shows the emotional caller telling a dispatcher how he found the two bodies. No, they're not moving, he said in the audio. Just send somebody out here really quick. The person who made the call while standing outside the property and peering in through the window is heard saying, damn, repeatedly. Hackman and Ms. Arakawa, when she was met let me try that again. Hackman and met Ms. Arakawa when she was working part time at a California gym in the mid 1980s, the New York Times had previously reported. He won Best Actor role for his role as Jimmy Popeye Doyle and William Fredkin's 1971 thriller, The French Connection, and another for Best Supporting Actor for playing Little Bill Daggett in Clint Eastwood's Western film Unforgiven in 1992. A relative latecomer to Hollywood, Hackman's breakthrough came in his 30s when he was nominated for an Oscar for portraying Buck Barrow in 1967's Bonnie and Clyde opposite Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, and again for I Never Sang for My Father in 1970. Both films saw him recognized in the supporting actor category. He was also nominated for Best Lead Actor in 1988 for playing the FBI agent in Mississippi Burning. He played more than 100 roles during his career, including supervillain Lex Luthor in the Christopher Reeve starring Superman movies in the
Yeah.
1970s and 80s. Hackman featured opposite many other Hollywood heavyweights, including Al Pacino in 1973's Scarecrow and Gene Wilder in 1974's Young Frankenstein. Actually, he never worked alongside Gene Wilder, was Peter Boyle. His last big screen appearance came as Monroe Cole in Welcome to Mooseport in 2004, after which he stepped back from Hollywood for a quieter life in New Mexico. And of course, here's kind of the map of Santa Fe. This is where my grandparents live, right down here. So obviously, it was not too far from where they lived.
Yeah, no,
Beautiful
it
place, by the way.
is. It's really crazy that this happened, and I don't know if there is more information of what has
Milton, do you know?
happened. Yeah, do you know if there was any more information about this than we read, or
No, the only extra stuff that I'd heard about was the condition of the bodies. Like they'd been dead for a while.
Yeah.
Like mummification of the extreme, like her
Yo.
feet like started to
Yep,
mummify
exactly.
themselves. Like holy hell!
So it's been a
I
while like
just
that.
yeah,
That's crazy, and
that's
And sounds the same for him too. They were kind of saying
yeah.
on that. So
And
yeah,
just
so
wondering, like it could be the like, was it assisted? Was it just was the pill bottle just happened to be there? Maybe the dog. Like what happened to the dog? Like
yeah.
what's going, man?
it
I
is
heard the one report I heard said that the pills were actually spilled.
Hmm. I thought they were
One report I
not
heard.
like on the counter or something.
Right, they were spilled.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I heard
no,
that's
it's
one report I heard. So again, we're getting a lot of different as the stories come out.
I mean, it could be something as simple as Gene Hackman. He was coming down, going to take his regular medication or his prescription, slipped, fell, and hit his head, and she couldn't go on or something. I don't know. I mean, it just this is
can be so
wild.
many
This is
things because
wild.
it
Yeah.
is. I understand why they need to do a hardcore investigation because
I mean, it's
this is so
basically just a
weird.
toxicology report is all.
Yeah.
Toxicology
Yeah,
report, blood work, all that stuff, and it's
but it is crazy that it happened. Though, it's like it's really got
Yeah.
them crazy. It's just like
What
wow, like
it really sounds like it might have been him, and then I'm taking me type of situation. And then of course, why only one dog and the other two are,
fine.
because it was a German Shepherd. They had a German Shepherd that was found near her. So
Yeah. No, so it is a really weird situation. Hopefully, we will get to know more what happened to them because this is crazy and
yeah,
what was the cause, what happened. But the most important thing too, we have to remember, the legacy and you just,
right.
the condolences to the family, the friends, and everything like that, and remembering them, and of
Hmm.
course cherish the work that also he has done, also that a lot of people have grown up with, like Superman and other stuff.
A brilliant,
Thank for
one of the greats. He's one of the
Oh yeah,
greats.
yeah, and
That's
and
100%.
young Frankenstein. I mean, it's actually kind of funny. The other day, I was sitting back going, that wow, Gene Hackman is the last one that's alive from young
and
Frankenstein.
this
And
happened.
then the news
Yeah.
comes out. It's like, I got to quit thinking this, because whenever I start thinking
You
those
have to,
things,
yeah.
I'm actually
boom,
gonna go back and
news
watch that
comes out
again.
that
Actually,
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
but now
Oh, it's a great movie. Great.
it is really
He did
Oh, it
great.
is
heartbreaking to
classic.
see. It's really heartbreaking to see. Hopefully, it's just like Kilted said, it's something simple that happened. Hopefully, we don't know, but rest in peace to all of
Yeah.
them. It is heartbreaking, and
Hmm.
let's remember their legacy and everything else. And yeah,
I I did hear that hear somewhere too that they were saying that Gene Hackman was kind of suffering from something. But that was like from one of the early ones, and so far
yeah,
nothing else has come out
Yeah, yeah,
since then about that. So yeah, I'm sure we'll find out, and it's just yeah.
it is crazy. That's the thing. It's just like it's wild that this happened. It's
Mhm.
not.
Yeah.
It's not on our bingo card, to say it at least. That stuff
Well,
like this
yeah. Well,
happens.
well, you don't want it on the bingo card.
Yeah,
That's for
they're
sure.
No.
claiming the date of death is February 26th, but I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. He
Well,
died.
yeah. I mean,
He died before that, before the 26th. Decomposition like that doesn't happen in 24 hours.
no.
No, it
Jeez.
Pro-
doesn't.
Probably closer to 2 weeks, like when the
Yeah.
people said they last, when they talked to her or whatever. So,
2 hours ago.
Yeah,
but I find
but
it fascinating that the door was left open and it took that long for someone to notice.
Maybe the back door, or did I say front door?
It might. They just said door. I mean,
Deceased
I
for
heard that. I
quite
heard
a
that he.
while.
Yeah, when I heard one of the early reports said they found him in the mud room of the
mm,
of coming into the place. So I mean that could be the back, because
They probably
it
live very
could.
secluded away from others too, which I don't blame them.
oh yeah,
They don't
well
get
yeah, this
bothered
is a
by
gated
people. So
community.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
this
yeah.
is a
Yeah, no,
gated place. This is
exactly.
where
Yeah.
I mean I'm sure a certain author who will never get his work done probably lives down the block from them. It's that type of community that they live in.
Yeah, no,
No,
exactly.
I'm not joking either. I think because that's where a lot of the Hollywood types, because there is a lot of Hollywood people that come down and make their home in Santa Fe, um,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
you got that
Yeah,
that little gated community thing there. That's this little hoity-toity. So that's where a lot of them end up going. Dean Stockwell, when he was alive, he lived there. Um, and of course, like I said, George R. I'll never get my work done. Martin, Gene Hackman.
yeah,
Did you
I
read?
kind of
Okay. Did you read the part from the? It was said it was the subdivision's caretaker. He said, "I'm not inside the house. It's closed. It's locked." So where'd you see that the door was open?
I thought there was
yeah,
something that said the door was open
yeah.
in that
It was said it's
article.
in this article that there was
Yeah, see,
one of the
that's
door
just
was
it. The
open.
articles are all over the place. I don't know what to believe, but
Okay,
I
Yeah,
maybe.
I
because there are
put the
so many
article down.
articles that says different things, so we don't really know.
Okay.
It's
Arakawa's body was found on the floor of the bathroom. Space heater was near her head.
yeah,
Oh.
no.
If I wonder if he went and she didn't want to go on without. Oh God, I'm not. I don't even want to speculate. No.
No,
I
Yeah,
know.
but
Thank
we honor
God.
their
They'll
memory
tell us.
and
They'll tell us.
yeah,
They'll tell us when the time comes.
they will tell us when stuff happens. Of course, they will of course say what might the cost would be. But again, let's just remember them, and rest in peace, and all that. It is it's just still mind breaking. It's
Mhm.
wobbling like that this happened.
The fire
So
department tested, but quote did not locate signs of carbon monoxide leak or
yeah,
poisoning.
they didn't
That's the
anything.
preliminary thing inside the house.
Right.
So, oh,
But
geez.
it could also, I don't know if they can tell after it dissipated. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, that's the
if it's a
thing. Yeah,
continuous leak, it's going to be something. If it's something that killed
Yeah, it was continued.
two humans and an animal, that's going to be.
yeah, yeah. No,
Mm,
exactly. But no, it's not much more to say about it other than rest in peace and thank you for a lot of great entertainment and
Many, 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 many years. I think
Yeah.
his last movie was in 2004, Welcome to Mooseport. He retired from on-screen acting
yeah,
that year, so he hasn't done anything in 20
yeah.
years. Just
Yeah.
So let's
He
remember
went out on
them
his own
and
terms.
rest in
Out of
peace, Lex
Hollywood.
Luthor.
yeah, rest in peace to
But he
him,
did
his
hundreds of
wife, and of
films,
course
so
his
it's like,
dog.
Mm.
And
The doggo.
yeah, no, it is heartbreaking. I feel like I'm getting a little emotional, especially it's
Mm.
been so much death, recently. It's
Well, I mean,
fucking heartbreaking.
he was 95. Under different circumstances, found asleep in his bed. He didn't wake up. Blah blah. It's not so. It's still
Yeah,
hard hitting, but
it's still
like what
heartbreaking and
happens at
sad.
95? You tend to die after a certain
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
of
you're
course,
going
it's
like.
still
But
heartbreaking and all that, but it's just a situation.
these
It's just a
circumstances are
situation.
just this is crazy.
Yeah, it's a
my dad
Yeah,
said
situation that
something.
makes it really crazy.
I'll bring this up now
Yeah.
just quickly. My dad told me this today because I seen him today after his sister passed a night ago, and I said I'm sorry
Oh,
because I mean it's my aunt, and he goes it's life, Tom, because we knew she was gonna go. So even though she was the
Mhm.
youngest, she still passed.
Yeah.
In the hospital, we knew it was gonna happen. So like Dad said, I mean it's his sister, but he's like it's life. We know it's the best way to look
Yeah.
at it, and it's like
Yeah, but it is
she's
life.
better
It's
off, and it's. And he lived a
no,
long life,
it
and he quit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
No, of course
an
it is. It
amazing
is
Yeah.
life.
life.
Like,
It is life. But it's just a circumstance of what happened in this situation that is just a little bit weird and what really happened. But again, we will know when stuff are ready to come
hmm
out. But
Yeah.
it was important to talk about because he's a legend for many, and a lot of people know him.
oh gosh,
And
yeah.
hmm
so it is important to talk about. And any final mentioning you want to say to
Yeah.
him?
I mean, 95 years old. He lived a good life there, a great career, and all that. Again, the big thing is the situation, and I guess we all kind of want to know what the situation is because it just seems fishy, and that's about it.
Yeah, I
So
agree with you, Baron. Yeah.
yeah, and that's about it. It's like, yeah, I mean, I was expecting to hear his passing any time here, but not like this. You know?
Not like this, not
Mhm.
like this. Tom?
Just a legend. I'm gonna
Yes,
say that he met his. I mean, he met his wife when in the 80 something.
Yeah, something like that.
yeah,
They've been together forever.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's like 60. So how about she would have been back in the 80s? It's like
20,
good on you,
19,
good
20.
sir. Good on you,
yeah.
good sir. There you
Oh
go.
yeah, yeah.
A long
But yeah,
marriage. A long
I
one.
know.
It was.
But no, that's just it's he's a legend. I mean, any film I've never seen him in a bad film. He's never been to me like he just knew how to. He was just that good. And in comedies, he was funny as hell in his comedies too.
Yeah.
Like he
hmm
do it
Yeah.
all. So he really could. Just
Oh,
man.
exactly. What about you, Kilted? Any final things you want to say to him and the wife and situation?
Rest in peace, the first Lex
Hmm.
Luthor I was introduced to.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
Yes.
that's the role I'm going to mainly remember him for. I've seen him in multitude of other movies,
Yeah,
but
same
it's
here.
for me, it's Lex Luthor, Mr. Spock.
Yes.
Same.
Yeah, like
I'm
Yes,
the same.
exactly.
Big time.
and,
Yeah.
and if I'm not wrong, I think that he was the first live action one.
Yes, I think so.
So,
I don't-
so
unless there was one in the old
Fantastic.
black and white show.
no, I don't
And
think
I seen
so.
those in the theaters too. So it's like, yep. Oh, man.
But we are gonna start wrapping it up, of course. We went a little bit over the time tonight, but this was important to talk about. So we're not gonna talk about the other topics that we have for tonight. Where that will be another time. But we are gonna go around the table here, of course, tonight, and we're gonna start with Mr. Kilted himself. What you want to say to the audience and what you have coming up, brother?
I have no idea what I have coming up. I'm gonna do something, and I'm still
Gaming
here.
streams?
And yeah, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming.
Good, I reminded you, man. You forget stuff these days.
Well, oh god, last night was an abomination of memory loss. Jesus Christ, man.
Welcome my world.
Yeah, it didn't help me today, but that's a whole nother story. That's just yeah, streaming Monster Hunter Wilds tomorrow. That's all I can think of. And yeah, thanks for having me. It's fun.
Yeah, and before that, Legos Kilted. You have the Legos.
15th, March 15th. I gotta wait till March 15th. I have to not buy any Legos until March 15th.
Yep.
The T-Rex. It's beautiful.
That was impressive. That's big
so
too, man.
it's so
Damn. How you gonna get space for that?
I'm going to figure something out. I don't care if I have to buy another shelf.
Just like, I'm gonna have it either way. I don't care.
I'm already looking at stuff to move around. It's like, okay, I can put it right there, but God, if it falls, it's gonna go everywhere. No, oh no, I'm gonna figure it out.
You'll figure
Absolutely.
it out. And amazing having you here as always, Kilted. And of
Thanks.
course, our techno sapien geek who made his picture really blurry for this.
Well, I tried to do it. I was doing the same thing Baron did there. I was like, and it's cool.
Now it
but
looks
it's really
better.
blurry when you blow it up. Mind you, where I'm not on your panel per se, technically, I have to put that in the back. So that thing goes in the front. But yeah, there it is. There it is. What's new? Well, I put in my book in the thing again in the room. So there it is. Trying to push that. I'm working on my photo book now. I'm hoping to get that out in the next few months. It's great to do the photos, but then I realized I gotta put all the locations in too. Yeah, okay, that's the hard part. I gotta do that. So to remember where I'm okay, did it. So but if it does good, then I'll do other cities. Just working on other pictures. And the channel finally working on it. Finally getting up. As you've seen, I got the Days Gone. The next broadcast will be the best one, I think. Again, I'm doing Let's Plays because don't have the setup to do streaming yet. I got to get a better PC. But I'm still doing the Let's Plays with Days Gone, showcasing, especially with the new DLC coming out soon. There's the remastered for consoles, but the PC is just going to be a DLC because that's as good as it's going to get looking. But again, if this does good, hopefully there will be a part 2. But I'm enjoying this. Exactly. Is the 6th time going through it. It's such a good game. And I even got emotional in the story again because there's only 3 songs that you can't play because you'll get hit with copyrights. But I already know where they're at, so I know when to skip those, turn the music up.
So the copyright stuff, I've been getting hit. I get hit left and right and center for everything I play on my live streams.
Yeah.
But that's only for monetization. Like it's not a strike. It's a hey. You can't monetize this, but it doesn't affect your video. I get those messages all the time, and it's all from my live streams. So don't be too scared. It just means, well, I say that. I remember playing Beat Saber and Rocket League, and it's like whack, your video can't be played because it's got too much music in the music.
Exactly.
So never mind. Forget what I said.
I know what you're saying.
I normally do.
Yeah. But me and Jessica are going to take another episode because I'm going to try to promote that part of the channel a little bit more. Turns out there's some people, a guy who worked on Grey's Anatomy is interesting. I'm going to be talking to him soon because he's into the AI thing. And as Jace knows, a certain singer that I'm mildly obsessed with, I'm not a simp though, kind of liked a post that I bring, and she's a big proponent of AI. So her name is Claire Boucher, if you know who
Simping is such a major turnoff to women.
I don't care. But Grimes supposedly liked one of my things, so I'm trying to get hold of her now, saying, hey, check out this too, because she's a big proponent of AI, and I'm hoping to maybe hook up with her to talk about the AI channel, me and an AI do a show, and just see where it goes from there. We are actually working on another episode here soon, but the gaming thing is there with my laptop. And finally got it working without any problems. The last recording is because I forgot to update the OBS on my laptop to equal the same as there because the settings are but I've now fixed it, so it should look better in the next release. Yeah. So just
and what other shows can people find you?
Oh, well, here, of course, and usually we do a show on Saturdays sometimes as well, Skullcast, and then also with Mike. And I made my return to Manorama this week with Steve. That was fun. And stuff. And actually, thanks guys for letting me on today. I'm not sure if I was going to be able to do it or not because, like I said, my aunt passed last night. But this has been a good escape.
No problem, man.
Actually, so it's like yes, it's nice to hang with some good people and just talk with good people. And you guys are awesome. So this has been kind of needed to release. So yay!
Yeah, always fun having you on, brother. Always fun.
And tomorrow, tomorrow I'll be on Mike, of course, a Comic Legislator. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about, but that's always goofy and fun and a good laugh as well.
Exactly. So. And of course, also Mr. Baron Orman Tag.
Oh, I have to say something now? Okay, I guess I will. So, you can usually find me on Pacific 414's Pop Talk every Wednesday and Sunday for Pop Talk. On Wednesday, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. And on Sundays at noon Central Standard Time. That's with Mike as your host and Cash Monet and myself as the two annoyances he has to put up with. So twice a week he has to do that. So I invite you to join us at
And
Pacific
if
1 and
Cash
4
is
for
not
Pop
there,
Talk.
I sometimes are there.
Yeah, sometimes we basically draft poor Jace. He says something in the chat and Mike goes, "You in here now." So
Like last
and
time.
yep, yeah, exactly. It's like okay, Mike, I had nothing to do. I had nothing to do with this. And generally not this Saturday, Friday, but hopefully next Friday, you can find me on Phantom Hooligans with Friday Night Hooligans. That's where we gather together, Mike, Cash, myself, and usually a fourth. It could be a fifth and a sixth, depends on how many people we can have playing on the game. But yeah, we do gaming that time. On that day, we've
Yeah.
done Dark Tide, we've done Vermintide, we've done all sorts of fun games, so even Star Trek Online. So please join. That's at 8:30 Central Standard Time next Friday, not this Friday, and at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time on my channel, Baron Norman Tag's Fandom Legacy. You can see an exciting episode of Contraband Police. The Contraband Police. That's where we try to keep your filthy American pig dog items out of country and also other people, criminals, I tell you. I mean, we do not need to have your cheap vodka and cigarettes. We got Arkastani, the best pure vodka and the best cigarettes anybody could have. No wonder why people want to come to the greatest socialist nation. So again, that's at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. I usually drop that on Baron Omen Tag's Fandom Legacy. And I don't know if this Tuesday or not will happen. But every Tuesday, normally on Rumble only, because Cash Monet and myself are snobs. It's like, no, we don't want you YouTubers. You come over here to Rumble with us. You can catch us over there at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock Pacific, for Cranky Old Fans. That's where Cash and I pick two topics and we discuss them. And usually it's about an hour-long show. So we invite you to join us over there. Rumble only, Cash Money Madness, and it's
Where they
Cranky
go
Old Fans.
unhinged.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. We do pretty good. We haven't really gone unhinged too much over there. So, but we need to work on our crankiness. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. So back to you, Jace.
Well said, brother. Well said.
Well, thank you.
And well, for me, of course, you can always find me here on our channel 5 for the studio. And of course, with the Beyond Show and Skullcast, as Tom mentioned, are two of our main shows. And we are going to work and try to do some other shows later this year. We're still early in the year, but we are going to try to do some other stuff here too. Hopefully, we will be able to manage it this year. But other than that, you can also find me, of course, with Tom also, mostly on, with Comic Relief Crusader, the times he remembers to send me a link. I always gotta remember him. I always gotta remember him. But no, all jokes aside, love you, buddy. So normally you can find us there. It's a really great show. We have funny news of some stupid stuff that's going on, and of course some articles here and there in the pop culture world and stuff like that. It's really fun to be there. A lot of great humor, a lot of great talks. And sometimes you can also find me with Sir Talks a Lot, where we talk about, of course, disgusting food crimes. Still trying to catch to join him again, because he has changed the time a little bit. So see when I can finally get back there and do some streams with him. Um, and on Sundays, you can normally find me with Vinyl Revival, where we talk again about music and talk about the bands and artists and their origin, and also listening to their music on Rumble, because on Rumble, you can actually listen to full songs and not get taken down. So that's stuff that we are
What?
doing. Yeah, really.
That's crazy
Um,
talk.
it's crazy talk. And I know he's going to do a show. Vinyl Rival is going to do a show on this Sunday. So I need to also make a thumbnail tomorrow for him that I will start working on tomorrow. And we're also going to do at some point, we're going to do an interview show with me, with my music and all that kind of stuff and listening to it. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So with that, if you are interested, I released my first ever album after many years, going forth and back with bands and other stuff like that since 2023. But after everything that happened, we split up and all that. I decided to just try to go solo and do my own music and try my best to do something that I enjoy and make the sounds that I like. I call it the art of no art, a little Bruce Lee reference, just with in the music world. Because I don't like to have a certain genre in my music. I like to do whatever fits my boat and what I want to do and what I'm able to do. So if you're interested, please check it out. Got a lot of good response, so we have that. And also, as I mentioned earlier on the stream, and is that since I'm not making music at the moment and taking a little break from that, because I don't want to release too many albums at once, even though I have a lot of other songs too that I can finish up. But everything comes for the right time. Music, projects has to come out the right time when it's ready, and when you feel it's ready, and not force it out. So last year I started creating a book slash comic book. Depends on what format I wanna make it, but it is called The Forsaken for now. It's a book that I am creating with a lot of cool characters, in my view, of course, and an interesting story that I've been writing on for a while. Right now, I am doing some rewrites, adding more story, and doing a lot of other things on it to make it a lot better. Also have a friend of mine that I talked with that he's the defender of the multiverse, aka Spotter Chris, because I want him to be part of the project, helping me designing the characters. And if he has some ideas, he's always allowed to give me some ideas to the story. And same with my friends and people I know. If there are things they think that could be cool in it, we will try to see what we can do. Criticism is always good and makes your drive even better. So that's what I'm working on. And if you want an editor for intros, outros, thumbnails, whatever it is, I do work as a professional editor. That was my job also before I started the whole YouTube business. So if you are interested, I am really nice with the prices, and I I think I am a decent editor, in my view, even though my friends probably will say different, especially Tom, because he's seen a lot of my work, so he always, feeds my ego a little with that.
Paid for your work. What are you talking about? I'm an actual customer.
Yes,
Have
you are. You.
fun.
So if you're interested, you can always contact me on X, also on Discord. And if you can't get a hold of me, you can always try to contact my friends, the co-workers on 540 Studio, to get a hold of me, and we can always manage to do something. And other than that, as I always say before we wrap up a show, just remember, life's too short, make the most of it. And we in 540 Studio, we love you, we appreciate you, and none of us could have been here today if it wasn't for all of you great people out there. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the inspiration. It means the world to us. And we will see you next time, everybody. Goodbye.
Ah.